Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. Welcome to the Giant Bombcast, episode 906, presented by our dear friends at MSI. I am your host, Jan Ochoa, joining me, co-captain of the ship. You can put him anywhere you want because he's got the green screen behind him. You can put him in your pocket. You can put him in a fun little cup of milk. Jeff Grubb.
No.
How am I muted? It was not. I'm happy to be here, Jan. Thanks for having me on the show.
What the fuck, man?
What is going on? 3-day weekends, guys. Reporting live the day after from the land of unlimited milk for $3.
God. I had no milk. I can go over what I had, but I had zero milk. I'll start with that.
Zero milk, all rage in the machine. Jeff Bacalar.
That's right. That's crazy. That's the same thing that it says on the T-shirt I just bought. Those words exactly. No milk, all rage in the machine.
That's right. That's how he eats his morning bowl of cereals. And speaking about cereals, he's throwing them out. He's knocking down all the display shelves at the supermarket. He's destroying the end caps. He opens all of the seltzer waters after he shakes them up and he sprays it in your face. The bad boy of games media, Mike Minotti.
You can get away with a lot in those places before they kick you out. Those people are dead inside. They don't care.
Are you talking about supermarkets?
Yeah.
Hey, that's my family legacy.
Oh, it's really fun when you do it to those small, local, family-owned ones.
Oh, Joe Reichert would chase you into the parking lot.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
You're talking about cereal. I just opened this. I was wondering if this was going to be gross. Liquid Death has a new cereal criminal Fruity
I was
Pebbles
wondering what you were
branded.
talking about. You were holding a can that looked like a soda. I'm like, why is he talking like that's cereal?
It's Fruity Pebbles branded, and I just tasted it. It is like carbonated Fruity Pebbles. This is very good.
Now that's good for you, right? You like that.
Yeah, I think Fruity Pebbles is great. They get really soggy really quick, but I think this is a way to sidestep it.
It's water?
It's seltzer water, but it tastes exactly like Fruity Pebbles. This is fantastic. This is not an ad. I just tried it for the first time, and it's incredible.
wish it were an ad, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm so ready to change my opinion on Liquid Death if they give us money. Like, I'm
yes, that'd be
so
incredible.
primed to do
Yes.
Or is there any
take a bet.
Flintstones branding on there?
No, does Fruity Pebbles still do that?
that.
It's just got the logo. Yeah.
Fruity Pebbles is the whole thing.
Would be so mad if they did, like, brand agnostic Fruity Pebbles without Fred Flintstone or Barney on there.
Oh,
That would
right.
be
Because
such
plenty of
bullshit.
things
This
do
would
that.
be his Gamergate. Like, this would.
Yeah. This would be my 9/11.
Yeah,
to
of
be
course.
clear.
This is because you're a Flintstoner, right?
Yeah, I love that. I think about the Flintstones constantly.
Yes, we know. Well, like plenty of brands use that descriptor to label flavors. They say like fruity cereal. They say like leftover milk, fruits. Like I had ice cream the other day, but that was that exactly. And
Right.
they got around Fruity Pebbles. So would you like to sue them, Mike, or do you want me to take care of it?
I think you would know more about the suing process than I would.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that you know a lot more about lawyers and whatnot recently than I do.
Oh, you thought you were
okay.
making a Jewish joke.
Yeah,
Oh, my
okay.
goodness.
I thought we were supposed to be in bed together. I thought we were supposed to be the pizza bagel connection.
Yes, we're
I
in
thought
bed together, but I'm the small spoon. You're the one who has to sue the people.
That's fine, but do not break up the pizza bagel connection.
He was already in bed like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, come on. Look how much energy I'm bringing despite that.
Hey, gang, we just had a 3-day weekend. I wasn't here for parts of last week. I feel a little bit discombobulated, but I'm happy to be here with you four.
Yeah.
How was everyone's 3-day weekend? Was it restful? Was it full of
No, I just
food?
did. I like took care of house stuff, so I barely had time for anything else. It sucked.
You can't. I saw you this weekend, Jeff.
Yeah,
You came to our-
I got to hang out with Mike and the Minottis and his extended crew. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, we had our fantasy football draft. I got to wear a crown and my Rascal shirt because I won last year, so I let myself be, went outside my wheelhouse and I was obnoxious about something.
Did you provide your own crown?
Yeah, I bought a crown last time I won a few years ago from a Spirit Halloween. So
Good stuff.
Yeah, and I didn't pass it on to the next year's winner. I just kept it and held on to it until the next time I won and put it on again.
He was
That's what they
wearing
do with
it.
the Stanley Cup, right?
Yeah, exactly. You get
Just
it.
hang on to it. Yeah.
Dan,
He
you're
was wearing it
impressing me.
like
you.
King Hippo wears his crown in Punch Out for Wii, which we should play more of, Dan. I want to still
Yes,
get
I
the
wanna
Donkey
see you
Kong.
continue to
Yeah,
do
okay.
that.
Squadgy asks, what kind of man buys himself a crown? Me.
You're looking at it.
I spent all day yesterday at the Minnesota State Fair, and I've written down everything I ate.
All right.
By the way, I have not sat down in the bathroom since Sunday, and I am expecting something to happen
Wait,
soon
since
because
Sunday?
yeah.
See, this is why we can't
Between now
trust
and
what I
you.
did
then,
on
he went to the
Sunday.
State Fair. Okay.
Sunday was a long time ago.
I know
in that
the
world.
amount of stuff that is in my body right now from yesterday.
Right. Do you
is
have the list?
insane.
Can you just
yeah,
like
I have a list. Let me
Can you just
run
like
down what I
read
got.
it? Like this is all cooking in there right now.
Okay. And if anybody wants to see what these look like, because a lot of them are crazy, just Google it with MN State Fair. Okay, I started with the hot honey pizza balls with a Z. Which
how
I
was
thought
that?
were
The
gonna
shit right after that, actually. I'm concerned.
How was
I
that?
I thought they were going to be small, like little like pizza bite rolling. They're like baseball size, and they give you 3 of them.
Oh, I wish they
You
weren't
think
that.
he's-
Wait,
do you
you
think he's
start.
blocked up? He's blocked up as
Yeah,
well.
of
Yeah,
course he
for
is,
sure.
Jan. I mean, come on, he's gonna need some sort of
How much
surgery.
cheese did you eat?
Oh, let me get down the list. Hang
Hey,
on.
but
So the hot honey
Dan,
pizza
before you-
balls alone are
before
just,
you-
yeah. What?
I just want to put out there, like, I think you already went into it with the wrong attitude. Like, you can't eat 3 baseballs of pizza out of the
No.
gate.
Here's what we did.
He did,
We
though.
always get one, and then we split. Me and Bonk would split the thing. So
Okay.
we each had. I had like a ball and a half. She had like half of one, and then I gave the third one away to somebody on a bench that I saw. So you gotta
You
like
afflicted
space the
someone
stuff
with
out.
this. Yeah.
And you gotta not be afraid to like if something's not really screaming out to you, you gotta be okay with throwing away part of it because it's like there's just
Yeah.
limited. There's finite space in the stomach there.
Don't
So
be afraid to waste food.
I mean, you kind of have to there, or give it away if it's something that's not. Like,
give it
Believe me, there's a lot of people wasting food there. Okay.
What? Oh, wait.
Next up was the Croffle Cloud I got, which is like a croissant
waffle. Yeah.
with a bunch of like banana cream. I got the banana cream version, or banana caramel cream, and then it's got like a full chunk of like thick cotton candy on top of it. I posted some pictures of this stuff to my Instagram story if you want to see the Croffle Cloud. You can't even
don't.
see the waffle thing or the croffle underneath. That was pretty good. Like that a lot. Hot honey pizza balls were definitely a highlight. Then it was the Quesa-Ratha, which is that is in the International Bazaar section.
That's what Han
of the-
Solo stole in Force Awakens. Yeah.
Yes.
This
No,
is the cultural district of the fair.
No, they have a lot of awesome stuff there. The Somali street fries were there. The quesaratha is like a quesadilla, but it's tandoori chicken with like curry. It's a
Ooh,
quesadilla
shit.
with like an avocado cilantro
Holy
dip.
fusion.
shit, that sounds awesome.
That was pretty solid. That was pretty. It was honestly not. It was a little less crispy than I expected it to be. So it was good, but not the best thing I had.
Okay.
Then they got the raspberry soft serve beer, which is one of the new big gimmicks this year. Huge line for it, where it's literally beer that it's just looks like a raspberry ice cream cone. It's not ice cream, it's beer. I don't know how the fuck they do it, but it's got alcohol in it and stuff. So it's an ice cream cone that gets you
Wait.
buzzed. Yeah,
You kept saying it's not ice cream, it's beer.
right.
So
It's raspberry
it's just
soft
liquid,
serve beer.
liquid in a cone.
To be clear, it's ice cream and beer, right?
I don't know. I saw there was a guy like churning something back
Is
there.
it liquid
That's
or
ice
is it ice
cream.
cream?
It's dude, like if you looked at it, you just say that's an ice cream cone. That's
Okay,
a
you
pink
kept
ice
saying
cream
it's
cone.
not ice cream. So
but it's beer.
It can
right,
be
it's
both.
alcoholic. Okay,
It's
but
so
beer
hard to
is
talk
liquid.
to you. it's just so hard.
Okay, here,
It's just so hard to talk to you.
I got this. I got this. I
What's
saw
the
Dan's
question?
story.
What am I being confusing about?
Wait,
No.
but
I
beer's
got
liquid.
it. Okay.
It's not a liquid.
Beer's not a liquid.
This beer is soft serve.
So it's ice cream then.
It's beer.
It's
In the
ice cream
form of
and
ice
beer.
cream.
He's being
This-
serious. I think. I can't.
Honestly, this is actually really good in the spirit of transparency because
Yeah.
folks listening to this right now, this is just
This is
a
many
regular
conversations with
ass
him, yeah.
Tuesday here at Giant Bomb.
You should have
Talking
heard
with
her
this
look it up.
guy.
It is beer. It
No, I'm
has
not saying it's
ABV content.
right, but it's not liquid beer.
No, it's in like the form of an ice cream cone, but it's beer.
It's not in a form of an ice
See,
cream cone.
it's just the way you talk. Like
What am I doing wrong?
You're
You're
just
you
not
keep saying-
describing it the right way.
You keep
We
saying
know
the
what it
phrase,
is.
It's not ice cream. It is ice cream. It's beer ice cream.
It's beer turned into ice cream,
That's
right?
like saying this isn't chocolate or this isn't ice cream. This is chocolate in ice cream form. No, it's
What does
chocolate
that
ice
look
cream.
like to you? I'm
It
holding
looks
it
like
up for the
fucking
audio
ice
listener.
cream.
It obviously looks like ice cream. Dan.
Right, but it's beer.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh God.
But
Right.
then why did you say it's not ice cream?
It's like an alien from another planet is constantly landing into Giant Bomb, and we have to like explain what life on Earth is like.
Hey, I'm not kidding. Chat here is on my side.
No, they're
are
not.
Not on your
They're
side.
not.
They're
They
Turn the
never
beer
are.
on
into
your
the form
side.
of ice cream.
Okay,
What's wrong
about
continue going down the list.
That's
Dan.
Okay. That the beer in a cone was very good. A lot of people were saying it doesn't get good once you get down and you're chewing the cone part.
Yeah.
But I thought the mix of the cone and the beer flavor was fine.
I have a question. I hope you can answer with
Yes.
a number. What do you know what the ABV on that is?
It was like
Interesting.
4.4.
Okay,
By
that's
light
that's
levels,
more
yes.
than I thought it would be. So that's surprising. Yeah.
Next, okay, was the Land of 10,000 Cakes, which is
Oh,
just
that's
a
fun.
cup that has like a billion different cakes in it.
Sure,
And I
that looks
swear to
nice.
God, I ate the Land of 10,000 Cakes. I've lived in Minnesota for like 8 years. It wasn't until hours
Oh,
later
no.
when Bonk and I were going down the list, I was like, oh my God, it's like Land of 10,000 Lakes.
Oh,
No, I love that for you.
I'm not
Yeah.
kidding. It did not even, I was just like, oh, that's a fun.
It's okay.
The
That's
Land
actually
of-
beautiful.
Just wait till 3 years from now and you understand why we were mad with you about the beer ice cream.
Yeah.
I'll get around to it. Next up was, okay, this might have been the best thing I had. Do you know what a lumpia is?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay, yes. Is it Filipino food, Jan?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yes, it
yes,
is, Dan.
yes, because they said it was a Filipino fusion truck thing. It was a lumpia pizza, like it's like spring roll type thing. It's like street food.
Yes, it's like an egg roll, yes.
It's like an egg roll,
Okay.
but filled with like pizza stuff. They also had like a ube banana version and everything that looked really good too. But I got the pizza spring roll, and that was probably, I think Bonk and I both put that at number one. That
Nice.
was fucking
Wow.
incredible.
That sounds
I'm
great.
on board
Fantastic.
for it.
That's a win for my people, guys.
Oh
Good
my
job.
God, Jan.
Well
It
done.
was incredible.
Shouts out to the Caribbean.
Also, a couple classics that are, these aren't new with the Minnesota State Fair, but the Gizmo sandwich is fantastic. It is
Gizmo.
just like a hoagie thing filled with like beef and sausage and just covered with the most cheese you've ever seen in your life. That's fantastic. A Pronto Pup, which is just a corn dog on a stick. Had it with mustard. That was very good. And then some drinks I had. They got all sorts of gimmick beers and stuff there. So I had mini donut beer, which is, it tastes just like a mini donut, and they got
Ooh.
cinnamon and sugar on the rim, which is super good.
That's nice.
An orange bliss beer, which is like an orange dream creamsicle type beer. And then the pineapple upside down cake slushy, which I did not actually think was the best. But yeah, it was a fucking successful day at the fair. That lumpia pizza spring roll thing, if you look that up, and the hot honey pizza balls, those were absolute highlights.
So are there like attractions as well at this thing,
Yeah.
or is it just like a calorie
you do
situation?
the zipper?
There's tons of they have tons of. We did the air thing where it's like you get on it's like a ski lift thing that takes you across the park, and they do a weird thing where it's like on the roofs of buildings, everyone
Yeah.
takes off their underpants and throws it on the roof.
Okay, I could see that being like a weird tradition there.
Yeah, so
okay.
there's like a billion bras on the roof of like the dairy building.
It's like a
or
ski
whatever.
lift thing too. They do on mountains. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dairy
it's-
building.
There's a lot of weird stuff at the fair, but they do have a million rides. There's this whole like kind of Kidway place and the Mirror Maze and the all the carny rides. And sometimes I do those, but like I just went to Valley Fair. I just did the Min-Max video and rode a billion roller coasters like last week. I'm just there to eat, basically. Like that's the main event there. And also the ride areas are just filled with kids and shit, and we kind of wanted to avoid that. So yes, there is a lot of rides and stuff like that. And like some of them are like 130 years old, and it's a boat ride that goes. I actually thought about Menotti. I was wondering if Menotti would like it there because it's nothing but like theme park gimmick stuff, from
Yeah,
the food to the rides. Yeah.
Our big fair in Ohio actually happened this weekend too. It's called the Canfield Fair, and it's pretty close to me. I generally don't go to it unless somebody's like to me like, hey, do you want to go to the fair? And I'm like, sure, maybe. Otherwise, I'm good. I've been to it a lot.
Oh, sure.
It's not themed enough for me,
Sure. I think this one is just special because, like, I've lived in a lot of different states, and, like, I never hear people talking about the state fair, but, like, this is the big one. And, like, they say Texas is bigger. It's the only bigger one in terms of attendance, but people were telling me in line yesterday they do a college football game at the fairgrounds. Basically, it's tied around it, and they inflate, to kind of jazz the numbers up, they inflate all the college football attendance into the thing.
okay, that doesn't
so they
count.
say if you remove the football attendance, this is the biggest state fair in the country.
I think it's a bit of a problem, honestly. All of these childless
Problem?
adults going to the state fair, which is really a place for kids.
All these, fair
Yeah.
adults.
I think you're trying to shoehorn another idea into this, and I feel like you're missing the mark here a little bit there, Tolkoto.
These state fair adults.
Yeah, no, and then the animal stuff is great. We're just walking around with frozen margaritas and stuff, and there's just like, because it's like the whole state and like all the like the farmers and stuff. So like there is a building that is just filled with like hundreds of rabbits.
Yeah,
like
we have
hundreds
one
and
of
hundreds
those.
of rabbits. So
Yeah,
we
Blue
looked at a
Ribbon
bunch of rabbits.
award-winning rabbits. Yeah.
Yeah, they do the awards and stuff. We saw a bunch of big ass horses. There's turkeys and stuff and ducks. They're just everywhere. Cows, all this.
Do they have like the pavilion where it's just like people submitted their baked goods and like you go and you look at them and like some of them have a ribbon and
They
some
do.
don't?
We
Yeah.
didn't find that because like there's one where it's like here's a whole building of like weird corn art, and
Hell
we
yeah.
couldn't find that this time, and we didn't see the baked good stuff. But yeah,
Did you have any questions about the corn? Were you like, did Jesus eat this?
I did not.
That's pretty
no,
good.
No.
Good- that's a good
I'm not there to
throwback.
learn, Mike.
Eh.
What? Apparently not. What would you estimate the size of this atrocity is?
Like square footage.
Or whatever you want, however you want to measure.
I mean, there's the fairgrounds is this area in Roseville that is just like several like numerous blocks basically,
Okay.
and it just stays that way. Like there's buildings and stuff. It's not just tents and stuff, so it stays that way year round.
Yeah.
So it's like there's huge buildings and stuff, big concerts and stuff that happen at the state fair. So I would say numerous blocks. I would guess.
Okay. Well,
don't know
is
if
it
that's
is it
underselling
the
it.
size of a football field or bigger?
Way.
No.
So a couple
It's
football
it's like,
fields.
yeah, several football fields.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like
jealous.
the size of like a Six Flags or something almost.
Oh, so like an amusement
like a
park
little-
size.
it's fucking
theme park,
huge. Yeah.
That's great.
It's
That's really awesome.
Yeah. So every year it's the best.
I was
Lovely.
I was at a small town one, probably the size of like maybe 3/4 of an acre. It was like a Labor Day one in Jersey, and it was a town 30 minutes away, and our friends who lived there took us there, and it was fine. It was just like the normal. It's always like whenever you go to a lot of these in Jersey are like Italian festival themes, so you can get like a lot of that
Cannolis.
kind of that kind of fare. But they had a couple rides. They were scary because they were just sort of like this ride folded up and fit on a truck a
Yes.
second ago.
It's the true carny shit. Yeah.
The most carny ass shit. And the way they were doing the tickets, I found interesting. So for ride tickets, they were like throwing out these kind of like arbitrary numbers. They were like, yeah, this one's 58 credits to get on. And you're just like, why are they doing such a weird thing with the credits? Like, and it's all this sort of scheme that you kind of meant, I assume, to like not have you realize just how much money you are spending on the credits and whatnot. And the whole thing really rubbed me the wrong way, but I did who was it? Heather and Keith stopped me to say hello. So hello to you both. That was very lovely meeting you. And there you go. Fairs.
Now,
Chat looked it up, and I guess this is 322 acres, and attendance this year was 2 million people.
322?
Yeah.
hey, guess what?
Holy
The
shit.
Canfield Fair, 353 acres.
What?
Ooh.
You guys got all those acres though out there. You just got
Yeah.
acres to
We're
throw
maybe
away.
not being as impressive with our usage of the acres, but there's more of them.
I don't know how
Damn.
big an acre is, though.
It's a
I don't
lot.
think I do either.
And I understand. Look, I'm
the
not making
Ohio
fun
State
of you.
Fair, the Columbus one, 360 acres. So eat shit all yeah. There you
You
go.
guys got
Damn.
acres.
You know how
Acres.
fucking dumb I feel whenever somebody like comes here to
No.
work on my house and they ask me a question about like, okay, so how much acreage is your? And I was like, I don't fucking know. It's like, okay,
don't
where's
know.
your property line go? I don't fucking know. Like, I just never
Well-
know how to answer any question these people.
well,
ask.
like
You don't know the square footage of your house?
I know the square footage. I don't know
right,
the acreage.
but
Acreage
it's
is like,
surprising.
yeah.
Yeah, but when you buy the house, you are made very much aware of the
Yeah.
acreage of your lot. Like that is surprising to
I'm
me.
sure it's in
but
some
not for
paperwork
you,
somewhere.
Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goes back
So-
to the pond. I know that.
Like, to maybe equate it to a measurement I'm familiar with. How, like, is an acre a mile? Is
So,
it, like-
so 1 square mile is 640 acres.
this doesn't do anything for me.
Say that again.
You know how long a mile is, right? So a
I
mile
do,
this way
but
and that
now,
way.
like, I'm thinking of like, okay, well, how many acres is in that? It's
But,
fine.
like, so that'd
It's
be,
okay.
So like,
A football field is a 1 1/3 acre.
so like, the Minnesota State Fair would be a half mile this way and then a half mile that way, and then that whole space is filled up with shit.
Yeah.
So and you can
Yeah,
walk a half
it's
mile
huge.
in what 5
10
minutes,
minutes?
10 minutes, something like
Yeah.
that. So yeah.
Our friend from Argentina, Christian, I think is very upset about the acre.
No, I'm with my Argentinian brother Christian here.
Our form of measurement is brain dead. Everyone knows that.
No,
Like,
I want to defend the imperial system for a second.
you go
He always
ahead.
does
Yes,
this.
go ahead.
It's part of his
Go ahead.
anti-European
Hold on.
routine.
Go
The
ahead,
Europeans are rock.
fascist. Go ahead.
I was measuring stuff this week, and I was grateful to do. I actually have one that does meters and centimeters, and I was like, I'll do it in centimeters because it's like that's easier to work with. And as soon as I started working with it, I was like, actually, no, inches is easier because frequently I want to divide things by thirds or quarters, and everything in the 12-inch system divides either into thirds or quarters. Like you can, everything's divisible by 3 and 4. So it's easier to work with in my head as opposed to the meters where it's like very quickly, it's like, oh, if I want a third of a meter, I'm like, oh, okay, now I have to like get 3.33.
He's convincing me. That's a good argument.
I just think when you're working with it as a human being, it's easier.
But the tens, but it being based on tens is a more logical way to do it.
When you're trying to memorize things. So I know how many bytes is in a gigabyte and all that stuff, sure. But when I'm working with these things, I actually, like when I'm measuring things, the Imperial system is easier for me.
Listen.
I don't like this argument.
Base 12 superior. We should everything be base 12.
That's insane.
I love the
You're
four
kidding.
of you.
You're trolling.
I'm not.
I have never not related to y'all to this amount before. This is amazing. This is great.
Is it the fairs plus the Imperial form of measurement?
I've been to a fair.
Was it the corn art?
Yeah, Mike. I just
Is
want to
it
say
beer
it was a
ice
corner.
cream? That's not really ice cream.
It is ice cream.
It's beer.
All right, how was everyone else's weekend? Everyone didn't get down to some funky business. Grub, Mike, you guys did a fantasy draft. Mike,
Yeah, it was it was nice to like kind of really hang out with Mike's friends. It's been a minute since I'd done that. He's got nice friends. It was
Thank you.
yeah. I mean, he's not, but everyone else was great.
I'm a piece of shit.
He has great brothers too, by the way.
Yeah, great, bro. Yeah, like I got there was a bunch of food. I brought some brownies and things like that. And we just hung out and ate food. It was nice. I couldn't hang out for long. I tried to go get a haircut. Everywhere closed at 4 p.m. So I still have not been able to get a haircut. And I'm like, at a certain point, I'm like, I think I'm just going to go with it and stop trying to cut my hair again.
I
Go
just
to an
say,
airport, brother.
Yeah, airport.
Jeff looks great, right? Lately in person, I'm like, whoa, Grub's really thin. It was wow.
Yeah, I was wearing my man bag, so I definitely had Zach Galifianakis energy. And Mike,
so much like newer Zach. You look like Zach Galifianakis from Lilo and Stitch.
but
Yeah, he looks
with
good
the
in that, doesn't he?
veneers, like and
Yeah.
everything. All right, I should just go with getting veneers and really lean into
Grub,
it.
you and I should just like grow out our hair because like my hair is like this is the longest it's been in years.
Like,
I'm offended.
do you have like a plan for like what you're gonna do? Because like I think I might get it cut on the sides. I'm definitely not cutting any off the top for like
Well,
a
Extra
year.
Life is coming up, so you got to give Kayla something to do.
Oh no.
Bitch. That is the last time I cut it for like real, like a lot of cutting. That was it.
Yeah, I was traumatized walking through Seattle because I was looking at the hotel. I'm like, why do I feel like empty and hollow inside? And then I realized it's because I left a part of me there. And it's where we all piled into my hotel room and shaved my head.
That's right.
Right.
I don't know if I want to do the mullet.
All alone.
You look
Yeah.
great with the mullet, but you look great right now too.
I'm just severely offended.
I'm sorry, Backlar.
It's all right.
To give you some.
Oh, the hair talk is that? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like respect your friends in the room.
I'm
Just
cool with
like
it. Yeah, no, go for it, Grub.
it's like
Very funny.
some people wish they had more, and it's like you guys just sort of flaunt it in a way that makes you feel better.
Just get a big beard.
No, I don't want that, man.
Just pretend you like took everything and went like,
Yeah, just shifted it over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
180.
like
No,
one
it's
of those like
vertically in OBS. Yeah.
yeah, like one of those magnet toys where you like
Woolly
put the
Willy.
hair-
Woolly Willy.
Willy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy I grew up wanting to look like my entire life.
I do Woolly Willy.
What kind of recommendation is that? Oh my lord!
I went up to Washington, and I'll talk about what I went to go play in a second. But I got to spend some lovely time with our dear friend Bailey Myers, and let me tell you, here's a fun fact about Filipinos.
Yeah.
All of them can fucking sing except 10% of us. I'm sorry, Michael Heim and we're in that 10% that cannot sing.
Oh, buddy, sorry.
Oh.
Chastity Vicencio, formerly of GameSpot, formerly of IGN, now at Ubisoft. Oh my fucking god, Homegirl is like a legit pop star and how she can bring the house down. It's fucking, it's so intimidating. But with enough bevs and with enough like, if the vibe is right with enough people, and then like what also helped is that suddenly like 6 people who I didn't fucking know came into this karaoke room, and I'm like, oh god, I don't know anyone here. Please, like, where's my support friend over here? It came in, and then someone, and then here's where it all clicked into place. Also friend of the site, if he had popped over, if he had put on some musicals, and then he had put on "Feed Me" from Little Shop of Horrors.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I'm like, wait a minute, I did that in high school. I was Audrey too. And then he was like, "Oh, I don't have anyone to do the Seymour part." I'm like, "Wow, normally I'm a bass baritone, but like, I'll just give it a shot." And I had enough bevs at this point. And then also, as the song was coming in, the fine, lovely people at the karaoke establishment were like, "Hey, here's just like 10 shots of like Midori." And then I hate melon liqueur. But anyway, we have it. It's great. And then no one is singing the Seymour part with Iffy. And I'm like, you know what? Fucking pass me the mic. Pass me the fucking mic.
And
right now.
the Filipino-ness has been fully unlocked from the drinks at this point?
Yes, because I think I had something from the islands. I had my Moana moment.
Nicole isn't out there at all. It's inside Jan.
And then it got to a point where I'm like, I didn't think I could ever hit this high note. Oh my fucking god.
Oh no.
And then like 3 people across the room were like, oh my god, wow, he sounds so great. I'm going to start recording this guy. And then it was fantastic. I felt like I could sing for the first time in my life.
Can we get that footage and put it up exclusively for premium members? I bet that's like our biggest activation of the year right there. Hear Jan sing.
I think Bailey has a clip of Iffy and I singing Ohio is for Lovers by Hawthorne Heights.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'll ask Homegirl for that. But yes.
Oh,
yes.
wow. That brings me back, Jan. Holy crap.
Yo. Oh, also, there was a point where the one Andrea Bocelli song from Step Brothers.
Yes, where he's singing the
Valere or something.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Oh, right.
I don't know if it's from Step Brothers, but
I know it's not from
The wine mixer.
Clearly not.
The wine mixer. Yeah.
the Catalina wine mixer scene.
Yeah.
There was a point where like I was fully cognizant of what I was doing. I'm just like, pass me the fucking mic. And then I went for it, guys. And then I was like, wow, I felt like I was a gay Spanish man that was blind singing.
Hell yeah.
proud
Also,
of
he's
you.
problematic too, so you got all that going.
There
for
we
you,
go. Yeah. Anyways, it turns out go outside and spend time with people. You need to do that.
Yeah.
That's the takeaway for sure.
That's the takeaway. That is a takeaway. Gang, anyone else have any other stuff they want to bring up before we talk about video games?
I'm playing a lot more Sudoku.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
That's good stuff.
I'm a
You
Sudoku.
have a look about you when
freak.
you said that, Bacalar. Like, do you think that this means something? This says something about where you're at in life.
No, because I go through these hot spots where I'm like
it's one of
super
those.
into it.
Yeah.
I was at the beach last week and like I just sat there and did Sudoku and like I could tell for the first time in a while that I made like tangible. I like
Sure.
leveled up in my comprehension.
So
of
you're doing the like several levels deep inferences of like,
Yes.
okay, if this is this and this is that, and that means this has to be that, and therefore, like that
Yes.
feeling is incredible.
doing the higher level strats that
Yes.
you are now seeing the board in a way that I previously was not able to see. I'm not at the level like there's a lot of controversy in the Sudoku community where people, like there are theoretically solvable Sudokus with computers, right? And that's bullshit because it's like, who the fuck cares? If you can't do it with your mind and you need like computer assistance, well, like how is that fun, right? Sure. So I sit on that side of the fence where some would call me a Sudoku purist, but I don't want to go that far.
Sure.
But that's how I look at the game. And, I always got to shout out Cracking the Cryptic. That is the best Sudoku community online as far as I'm aware.
What's the second best?
There's what's funny, dude, I'm not joking, like it is a big like everything else, there's a big scene on YouTube of people who are like, no, I want to collect all of the Sudoku freaks, because that's the thing, don't forget, like Sudoku isn't owned by anyone, right? Like no one like has the rights to
in
it,
the public
really.
domain, yeah.
It's right, so like people are free to sort of
Steamboat
cultivate exactly. People are free to cultivate their sort of like communities and put plant their flags in the grass and say, hey, I'm that community and whatnot. But they get into way more of like all of the alternative Sudokus where there's like a board with no numbers and just like arrows and shit, and they're just like, oh, here's just logic rules that define the restrictions on this game. But I still do the regular old numbers. But yeah, I'm back on my shit there, so hit me up if you want to Sudoku.
I should mention I got first in the world on one of the Puzzmo puzzles on the leaderboards.
No shit.
Yeah, it was their circuits one.
Wow.
Now I couldn't load the leaderboard. It said I was number one. I was trying to load it. I was like, am I tied with like 1,000 people? Is what I was wondering, but I don't think so, because it's like there's a lot of opportunity to like
Still
score
first
faster.
place. That's fine.
Yeah, but it was first
That's
place.
impressive, man. Good
yeah,
for
I was
you.
like, I was like, all right. I think what the trick was, I didn't submit anything until I had them all put in there. I submitted them all at the same time, and I think it like gave me a bonus or something. So yeah, pretty cool game.
Quick question for y'all, and this is me maybe coming to terms with my identity crisis of maybe I can sing actually. Do I have a Bay Area accent?
No.
No,
I don't know what that would be.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree with
I think
Dan here. I don't
you
know
could
what
be
that
on,
would be.
You could be on the news in Ohio, which means that you have that neutral accent.
Yeah.
So I would say probably not.
Okay, because there was a point where as maybe the code switching was getting looser, where I was identifying how I was sounding. I'm like, oh, I sound different than how I normally do, huh?
Sure.
Anyway, video games.
Games, video games, yeah.
Video games.
Games.
Video games. Let's get this out of the way now, folks. I went over to Washington to check out
Wait, real
Magic.
quick. Okay, you already said. I was gonna say, do any of us know what he played? Because I think all of us were like, "Why is Jan in Seattle?" And
Yeah,
we
I
couldn't
forgot.
remember.
Oh no, I knew. I remember.
Okay,
He
yeah.
put it on
made
the
a
calendar.
post that confused me today. What was the actual phrasing of it, Jan? Let's see. He says, "Code Jander MTG nights on GB," and I didn't understand any of that except for GB.
Well, GB was actually GamesBeat.
We're gonna lose you. My old job. Huh?
Are they hiring? Big fan.
I went over to Wizards of the Coast to check out some Magic: The Gathering because that's why I went over there. Lovely folks over there. Shouts out to Gavin. But yo, I learned. It felt like I was in a college class because we started the day with a lecture about the color pie, and
Yeah.
like, Mike, you've played Magic: The Gathering before,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, man,
Okay.
that's fun.
Y'all familiar with the color pie?
No,
I played Magic the Gathering 30 years ago, and I don't remember.
I didn't go to that state fair booth. No.
The color pie was so interesting, and I could tell there were more people that have like more experience playing Magic: The Gathering that were like all kind of not glazing over it, but like I was just like my attention was like just peaked because the color pie, it's like the 5 colors of Magic: The Gathering: white, green, red, blue, black, and then how they synergize or are against each other, like diametrically opposed. And it was really neat, but the coolest thing of all, gang. my interest in Magic: The Gathering started a couple years ago with Lord of the Rings. And you're asking yourself, Jan, I didn't know you were into Lord of the Rings. And you're right. I fucking hate Lord of the Rings. Except now, Mikey, because I like it now.
Yay.
Audio listeners, he looked really upset for a little bit.
And then he got very happy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then with the Final Fantasy set coming that had come out, I really like dove into it, and now, unfortunately, I've gone back and bought like the Doctor Who packs because I really like Doctor Who, and the Avatar: The Last Airbender sets are coming out, and that's going to be great. The part that I enjoy about this, and Backlar, that we may butt heads against this,
I hear that. I know where this is going. Let's hear it.
I think I'm enjoying Magic: The Gathering more than I have in the previous years of like playing and collecting Pokemon, because the hobby for the Pokemon TCG has shifted from straight up playing it to now just being a collectathon.
Which,
where
if you're like me, you are almost unaware of the portion of the history where it was playing the game, and exclusively know it only for collecting. But sure.
And like, I really enjoyed playing the game, but it got to a point, and Backler, I'm not saying you are like this, but people in my area are getting into stabbing fights over Pokemon cards where it's
Oh, that's
like,
Backler.
Yeah, that is me.
oh, okay. Where like, yeah, I don't want to get associated with all this. Also, like, if I'm just trying to crack a pack, I don't want to have to line up outside of a Target at 7 a.m. Sorry to Barber Jan. I can't do it anymore, dog. But Magic has just been so much more approachable, and because there's like such a wide history of different cards and packs, you can just kind of like make anything work.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I do think it's a testament to, like, they with this licensing spree that they seem to be on.
Oh,
right?
yes, yeah.
It's it's sort of diluted that psychotic collection mentality where they're even more likely to make a lot of money with all the licensing that they've been able to do and avoid and step over the kind of like stabbing issue that they were possibly on the road to having.
Yeah, I think like I saw some sales numbers that the Final Fantasy packs had done like insane gangbusters.
It was like $200 million in a day or something like that, which would make it almost certainly like in a top 5 of biggest entertainment launches in the history of the world.
It's crazy.
Mikey just kissed his Ishtola pack over there.
That was my,
keep
my,
that thing
my
on
holding
him.
box. Yeah, absolutely.
But I got to check out a couple of the new upcoming Spider-Man cards, and
Hell yeah.
Y'all know I'm a Marvel freak, and I thought it was going to be like an interesting challenge because like how do you like the Lord of the Rings set? They like reimagined a lot of the characters, right? Like Aragorn is now black, which is dope, sick as fuck.
I thought you meant like black like land cards. I'm like, oh right, racially, yeah.
Racially, yeah. Name of the podcast today.
Racially.mp3.
But the Spider-Man cards, like they do such a neat thing of not only incorporating new art but also paying homage to like the original like Stan Lee comics, all of like these iconic covers and like character designs, which is really cool. And something that I feel like has to be such a fucking challenge is when you are including all of these new different IP like Final Fantasy, Avatar, now Spider-Man, and whoever knows what else is like down the pipeline, incorporating those mechanics from those IP into the game and making them work. Because like, for instance, there is a Venom card, but the Venom card starts as Eddie Brock, and you can just summon Eddie by himself and then eventually flip him over to turn into Venom, or depending on how you play it, you could just straight up go to Venom and then flip him down to Eddie, so like the targeting and like the priority kind of changes the playing field. And then there's web slinging mechanics as well. They featured a lot of like the iconic villains, if not all of them. I feel like they also have like a lot of sleeper comic book entries that are like, oh, what the fuck, you're here too? Which is really neat. But like, for instance, like Doc Ock, like I think you need 8 mana to summon him.
One for each arm?
One for each arm, exactly.
Neat.
And then like as like a comic book freak and like longtime fan of Spider-Man, like it's really like tickling all of my like Peter tingles of like, oh shit, this is sick as fuck. I'm crossing my fingers that there is a bone saw card.
Okay, yeah, that would rule.
Fuck
That'd
yeah.
be amazing, actually.
And it part of it is really neat too if you're a fan of the comics, because they will have like a normal Spider-Man card, but that normal Spider-Man card could also have like a different costume. Like if you remember the armored Spider-Man, and not the
Iron Spider?
Not the Iron Spider, but like the 90s like silver armor Spider.
Right.
Like that's over there. Peter's like flirtations with like the Fantastic Four, like they have different iterations of that costume. It's really fucking neat. It's really fucking cool. And after like chatting with some of like the Wizards team or like the Magic the Gathering team specifically, you could tell like these people really fucking care, and it isn't just like a cash trying to bank in on a cash cow of like, well, this IP is popular, let's just go try and make a quick buck off of that. It's like no, we want to properly pay attention and like properly ease this IP into our greater thing. And whatnot. And I'm excited to see what they could potentially do down the line with like other IP. Here's my pitch, gang. I should have done this there. You got like 5 colors, right, for Magic the Gathering? You know what else has 5 colors? Fucking Power Rangers.
Oh, I thought it was going to be about the 5 of us. I thought we were going to each get a color and be in Magic the Gathering.
Mike, you should get black.
Yeah.
I think Bacalar should. Come on.
That makes the most sense. Thank you, Jen.
Jan, seriously, I bet Power Rangers happens. I think that actually makes a ton of sense. I think you're right.
I think every IP is going to happen eventually after the amount of success they've been having.
Yeah.
Except for Pokemon.
Well, yeah.
That'd be funny, though. Actually,
would
I'd pop for that one.
I mean, you joke, Mike, but like Final Fantasy had their own like trading card game that
So
was
did
kind of
Lord
like
of the
dog
Rings.
poop.
back in the day. Yeah. And it's like, actually, it's better just to put them into Magic the Gathering.
Clearly.
Yeah. So folks out there that are super into Magic the Gathering, I need you to send an email in or like Blue Sky me of what color or combination of colors you think everyone here on the team would be. Like, I think Grub would be a green. You know, I think Dan would be a red, maybe a red blue even. You know, Bacalar I feel would be like black red. No, Bacalar would be black blue from what I've learned from the color pie and everything.
Okay.
Don't worry, this is all complimentary. Mike,
sure.
I feel like you'd be blue green. No,
like
blue
that.
green white. You'd be 3.
Yeah, thank you for including the white. I appreciate. You know, I want. There used to be a Star Trek trading card game also, and it was never that great. If they did Star Trek and Magic the Gathering, I enjoyed it. Even though I'm a little bit of a pooper, and I'm like, I don't know, but these franchises don't actually have Magic getting Magic the Gathering cards. Like when they did Fallout, I was like, I'm not sure about this, but also I can get over myself.
Oh, good. That was a lot of growth in that sentence.
As a guy who woke up singing songs about himself.
So why is everyone taking this more seriously?
And to explain my skeet to Dan, Commander is a form of like a mode, let's say, of playing Magic the Gathering.
So Kojander, I see. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great.
And we've had
And then
multiple
MTG
talks.
is Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yes.
Oh, I know James is a big fan. No, that's a Mike thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
I wanted to pay homage to Mike's people. But I would like to, because I've been researching, and Spell Table is a way that a lot of folks have been playing Commander with each other, and a lot of friends of the site have been playing Commander. It's real popular with everything. That I would love to maybe Wednesday nights or an empty night throughout the week to spin up Spell Table and play with like 3 other friends of the website.
That'd be fun.
Been bugging Bailey to just like teach me because I think I'm like absolutely garbo, but we'll see.
Jan,
yeah.
I would try Magic. Because the thing is, it seems like it's a game. It's a video game in a way that I understand.
So
the way
was
that, like,
Sunderfolk or whatever the fuck. That was a video game.
No. But my issue with like D&D and stuff is I don't even understand how it's not just a weird improv
Yeah. That
group.
wasn't
Whereas,
D&D.
Magic
What are you
is a
talking
game.
about?
I played Hearthstone when it came out. I remember thinking like, oh, I get it. This is kind of fun. So I think I could enjoy Magic.
I think this is why people
I'm
hate
offended
you.
that you lie to our faces like this.
I think this is why
you're
people
lying.
hate you.
Want to try new things back?
No, I think this is why people hate you, because you enter things from like a position of like you're trying to come off as like authentic and kind of like wholesome, and then you immediately will shit on this thing that we all know you will not like.
No way you last 5 minutes. You won't
genuinely
last
think
5
I could like
minutes.
Magic the Gathering. It's not a joke.
No, so okay, here, Dan, one of our very close mutual friends is also very into Magic, and him and I talk about it a lot. I think we could ask him to build you a deck, and then like we just go over and explain what some of the things do.
Yeah.
And I think we
Do
could
I
have
need
a good
physical
time.
cards, or is this like
You
an
can do
online
the digital
video game
version.
You
thing?
can do it, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
When I'm playing the game, I rather do the digital version. I got
right. Yeah, I think you could get into it, Dan.
Especially like if I could just play it online and not have, like I don't really want to like have to buy a bunch of stuff or get a bunch of cards, but like I would play online.
We could get your cards.
Okay.
And see, we're all just suckers. We're just suckers.
I'm not buying this for a second. There's no way.
Yeah,
you
that
last.
was no part of it.
No. What about Magic the Gathering and my history with games says that I wouldn't like this if
Well,
I
there's a
learned
bunch
it.
of fantasy stuff and there's some complicated
all-
But
rules.
I've liked plenty as long as I like the game. Zelda's fantasy is shit, and it's like my favorite.
But you like the tactics games, and you lasted 30 seconds in Sunderfolk. Did you just think that was a Dungeons and Dragons game?
I don't know what I thought Sunderfolk was.
Was it because there was a polar bear walking like a human?
No,
There's that in Magic the Gathering for sure.
That's
Okay,
fine. That's not
no.
disqualifying.
See, this y'all are gonna have eggs on your face because if you got
I'll
sick,
gladly.
Yeah.
you-
If he proves me wrong, fantastic.
You go. You take this project. I thought I could fix him too once upon a
I
time.
love Slay
I've
the
known him.
Spire.
I know I
think, Hey, I like Slay the Spire. I think Monster Train's really fun. We got this new game, this Dust Biters physical card game that Ben Hansen showed me. That's that's really fun. Me and Bonk play that now. I can enjoy card stuff.
Now here's the thing. If you all thought Dan and I were being annoying every time we would greet each other saying like Bajanza Badanza.
Oh, I love that.
Wait until I get Dan, or maybe we can get Dan to play at least 1 or 2 games of Commander, and then we just go Kadander to each other.
Okay.
I'm in.
The shirts print themselves.
Yeah. Well, I'll play it. I'll give it
the best of
God's
luck.
honest try.
Magic
The
the Gathering's
bestest of
definitely on the Mount Rushmore of hobbies that video game people are also into, right? It's wrestling,
F1,
Magic
Anime,
Gathering, F1.
anime.
Like books, probably not even on the list, right?
F1, I feel like there's like 4 people in games that watch.
I
F1.
think too many people play video games for there to be like little
Well, I'm
sections
talking
inside.
about our scene though. Like,
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah. Like,
Yeah,
because
for
clearly
sure.
it's wrestling and
Yeah.
and this Magic
Y'all
the Gathering.
like prestige TV a lot too, but maybe that's just everybody. I don't
That's
know.
That's just
everybody.
society.
Yeah, you're all wrong though.
Ooh,
You're right,
That
Mike.
being said, Wizards of the Coast, if you're listening, also on top of the Power Rangers idea, send me back to the office. I got ideas for days. Get ready to cut the check. Wrestling.
Yeah, they should actually do that. That would be fantastic.
There are actual people who have magic in wrestling. More people have magic in professional wrestling.
I don't.
than in
I
Fallout.
don't like supernatural gimmicks in wrestling. I
Right,
think that's
right.
goofy and lame. Chat does say Sunderfolk had a lot of talking. I think that was the thing that was like. I
Well,
don't.
Magic has a lot of reading.
Like, yeah, what,
We gotta
like,
read like how many like hit points it
Yeah, but
does,
it's not
right? Your
story-ish.
abilities.
There's more. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of keywords. I'm
fine with that.
All right. You
Well,
know,
you
you know
like
what's
Slay
fun?
the Spire. You know how many times I have to like look at a card and be like, all right, this is gonna do. Or Monster Train has all
It's very
sorts
much
of
like that. It's very
yeah,
similar to
enjoy
Yeah.
yourself.
And I
Knock
love
yourself
that.
out.
Yeah.
See, he's gonna
Yeah,
himself
oh, yeah,
now.
no,
He's
it's-
dug
yeah,
himself too deep, and
no,
now
I'll
he's just
never
gonna have to go
believe
through it.
Just watch, folks. Dan and I are gonna be invited as guests of honor to MagicCon at Atlanta.
Great.
Dan
That'd be
does a
sick.
Magic the Gathering podcast, then I'll believe it.
Yeah.
Hey, would y'all think Snowbike Mike got really into Magic the Gathering?
No, but he gets into everything. Like,
Yeah,
he's got a
he-
sickness.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's-
nothing surprises me about it.
He's so full of wonder, like that. He'll do something we expect. Be like, wow, this is great. Like he really liked Kingdom Hearts in a way Dan could never.
That
you know.
there's no way on that one.
yeah,
I'm open-minded to a point.
Yeah,
Definitely
no, I
not
get
that.
it. I get it. Speaking about card games, Mike Minotti, you've been playing Slay the Spire.
Yes, actually, I started playing this game for the first time about a week ago. This was the next stop on my 2019 apology.
First
tour.
time.
First time, which is wild because I do like card games, and I played a ton of Hearthstone back in the day specifically. I was a big fan.
In
That
2019
one.
specifically, instead of playing good games.
I know. Hearthstone was good for a while there. And they even had single player modes that were a lot of fun. I was kind of like this. But yeah, like just like starting this up immediately, I was like, oh, this is all pretty familiar. I get this. And in fact, this is kind of better in a lot of ways because I get to play this game without having to, buy packs of cards every 3 months and all that stuff, which was fun for a while. Then eventually became a money chore. But gosh, yeah, just the whole setup here with the roguelike elements of just starting with this very basic deck and making my way through and adding cards and sort of figuring out what build I want to do. Getting really strong early on with builds where it's like, okay, I can get block and that keeps me safe, but also some cards turn blocks into attacks. So that was very satisfying. So yeah, I kind of ripped through that one. I beat it with the first 3 characters within that first week. I had a great time and already. So like, ooh, I kind of want to go back. Such a good alt tab game, You can right. That's even with Hearthstone. Sometimes I would alt tab it, but I had to like listen for my sound cue when it was my turn. Here, I don't have to worry about that. It's always my turn. The enemy turn doesn't take very long, and they sit there and they wait for me. So yeah. It was fantastic. I understand why it took over a lot of people's lives back in the day. I'm now very excited for Slay the Spire 2. I think I want to check out Monster Train 2 now.
Monster Train 2 is awesome. It's
Yeah.
really,
You
really
really like it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at pictures. I'm like, okay, this looks very similar to Slay the Spire in a way that I think I'd enjoy. I also just like how different the different characters I could play was. Like the first one was relatively simple. Then the third one is like summoning different orbs of magic that have passive effects that I can kind of activate them. So it's getting more complicated. Yeah, well-made game, Slay the Spire. Turns out I should have played it back in 2019.
Mike, did you ever play any other like of those like combat card games that were inspired by Slay the Spire, like that SteamWorld game?
SteamWorld Quest, that's a good one.
Yeah, no, I never
Yeah.
played Quest. I haven't played Inscription, similar, right? So I never touched Inscription or Midnight Suns, the Marvel thing, which I think
That
has a
wasn't
little
bad.
bit. Yeah. Somehow I just never really played much of these. So yeah. Part of me was like, I played so much Hearthstone, I was maybe a little burnt out on digital card games in general for a while there. Like, that was like a big part of my job at GamesBee for a bit, was I was the Blizzard guy in Hearthstone specifically. It was fun being so into that because they were sending me out to events. I revealed a couple cards, mostly because some other more important people were sick, so I had to slot in. Still, though, I'll take it.
Oh, Mike, you ever play Inscription?
No. See, yeah, never touch Inscription. So I might have some more catching up to do here. Got to finish up my 2019 Apology Tour, which just has one last stop now. I'm going to play Disco Elysium. And then I think I'm good, and I am caught up on that
shuddering.
year. Dan's like, ooh, game up mostly about talking.
There's never been a game less for me. I can be confident in that one. Again, open-minded to a point.
Open-minded to a point, and I appreciate you for that, Dan. Speaking about going back in time, Dan, you have a note about Chibi-Robo.
I do, and I talked about it a little bit, and I streamed a little bit of it, not too long ago on the site, and I was playing it last night. I'm several hours into it. I really do like the game, and I like the loop of it, and it's one of those games that's very satisfying just to go and kind of clean shit up and get your happy points and all that stuff. But there was a point last night where it's like, how we get emails sometimes where it's like, I feel like we've had that question where it's like, what's a game that you liked everything it was doing, but there was just one aspect of it that made it hard for you? And I never can think of a great answer for it. The answer is this: the fucking text speed in Chibi-Robo is insane. And it was like something I was pushing through for like several hours here, and it wasn't too bad until last night. There was a part in the basement area of that game where there's this like duck, crab, fortune teller thing or whatever, and it's not even like a big story thing. It's just like a betting game where it's like, I'm going to bet 100 moolah that your eye is going to open or your eye is not going to open. This thing should take 30 seconds max. It felt like 10 minutes of just like this text, and then like you're jamming on A to get through it, and it goes right to like, hey, do you want to do it again, like double or nothing? And it's very easy to hit A again, and then it's another fucking like, it is the most inexcusable text speed, unskippable, unbutton through thing I've ever seen in a video game. And it's at that point where I'm just like, I don't know if I can play this game because it is so frequent. And like, I like it. Like, you walk into a room and it's like, oh, there's all these like this weird egg army, and they're all shooting at you and they talk, and it's all funny and good writing and stuff like that. But it's just the most laborious text I've ever seen in my life. It broke me last night. I was like, I don't think I can keep doing this.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that.
This era was kind of bad with that. Like, you would get these weird slow text crawls, and I never understood it. It's like, we're testing video games, obviously. How does this never come up? Like, hey, it's a little annoying how slow the text crawls. That has to be the easiest thing possible for you to fix, right? That's just got to be some value in some code somewhere. I don't know if it's like, well, we want it to match the speed. If somebody was actually talking, this is how fast you would conceive the words. It's so annoying.
Yeah, and it's like every time you plug in to recharge, which you need to do a lot in Chibi-Robo, it asks you if you want to save, and like if you're hitting A to kind of get through the text, you're just automatically going into the save menu and stuff. It's just, there's so much of that in this game that like I want to keep playing because I think I like everything else it's doing, but holy shit, it sucks.
Yeah, people are saying dolphin and fast forward, and it's like, yeah, if I was going to play this game, that's how I would do it.
Yeah, I've just been holding off until Switch 2 because it felt like such a great way to play it.
No, I get it. This is like, you should be disappointed because you specifically were waiting for this version.
And I heard Nikki on VGBs had the same complaint too. It is like a very noticeable thing, and it's not just like, oh, impatient me doesn't want to see the story, because I like the story and the humor of this game, but man, this sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Speaking about going back and playing older games, Dan, you checked out Gears Reloaded.
Yeah, I'm like probably close to halfway through it with Kayla. We stream all the Gears games together, and we streamed it over the weekend, and turns out it's still great. Like, even the first Gears is fantastic, but like, me and Kayla streamed the Gears, what was it, the Ultimate Edition or whatever it was that came out on Series X a couple years ago. So we streamed that last year, and we're streaming this now, and it's like, It's not that different. I
No,
mean,
even what they advertised, it's like, this sounds like that backward compatible upgraded version they did.
yeah, it's just kind of like, it runs at 4K. It looks good.
It's on
just,
PlayStation now. That's what's really different here.
That is the thing. It's like it's the novelty of like, wow, press R1 to active reload. I'm playing with a PlayStation controller and seeing PlayStation prompts and stuff. Like, that's the thing. That's the whole thing, is that it's just on PlayStation now, which of course I understand why that would happen. But it's just to say that it's not the most exciting thing.
Yeah.
It's not like they did another remaster of it, like, or a remake. It's not. It's just it's on PlayStation now.
Yep.
So still very, very fun. So if you've never had an Xbox and you just want to see what Gears was all about, this game's aged very well.
I bet it's gonna do. I bet it's gonna do decent on PlayStation. I bet a lot of people are gonna pick it up out of curiosity.
Yep.
Fantastic. I'm still bummed there's no horde mode in that, but it's okay.
Yeah, that came about in 2, I believe.
Yeah, I think
God,
that's right.
I just remember spending so much time on that fucking beach, and then like the big dude with the thing on his back. Whatever. Anyway, continuing to talk about older games that are new again. Dan, Mike, and a couple of us as well have played Shinobi.
I beat it a couple days
Me
ago.
too.
What's the final runtime on that?
I got close to 100% at like 12 hours, I would say.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And is that with like 100%ing all the areas too?
So
or?
I was doing that, and then when I beat the game, it's like I had a few of those, like there's those rifts that you can go into, and a lot of them are just kind of like longer platforming challenges with little to no checkpoints. And like I like the platforming in it, but there was definitely some where it was like, okay, I've died 15 times on this, and like I beat the game. I've got like over 90-something% completion. I got other stuff I need to play, so probably not doing the full 100% on it. But yeah, a lot of talk, obviously, of like Ninja Gaiden and Shinobi both being back and being good. And I did play a lot of Ragebound. I'm probably over halfway through that one, and I like it a lot. I think Ragebound is very, very good, but I feel like Shinobi on kind of all fronts is better. Obviously, the look is incredible. Just it's one of those games where it's like it gives you this ever-increasing suite of abilities and stuff that you can do in combat and traversal and everything, and it never feels overwhelming. Like I would go into these, like every time I saw one of those like elite combat challenges, I loved it because it's just like, I love hit someone up in the air, jump up, use some ninpo on them, do the dive kick, and then hold in Y into the spin thing and everything.
The spin move is so good.
It feels fucking awesome. And then like the boss fights are so finely tuned where it's like, I would die several times on them. I'd learn the pattern just like a good boss fight, and then I would kill it. And it was usually close at the end. And when you see the like execution thing above their head pop up, you do that and it does the like cool like Akuma style like kill, where it kind of pauses. Like I would like cheer sometimes when I killed some of these bosses. It is a tremendous game.
Yeah, it's really good. It feels so good. I think the difficulty curve is nice. I kind of like there being a little difficulty spike at the end of the game. That might throw some people off, but yeah, they're definitely. Some of it is optional stuff. These optional platforming challenges, some of the optional kind of monster closets, whatever you call them. It's funny. The game reminded me a lot of like a 2D Doom Eternal, and a lot of it's in some negative ways where I think levels are very long in this game. Like just doing a single level could be like 30 minutes to an hour.
Yes.
And the level design it's a lot more like, okay, go here and now fight a wave of enemies and more are going to pop up, and less like we're placing enemies throughout the level, and just kind of like, the level design with the enemy placement is super important. There's a bit of that, but it is kind of much more just about these encounters. It's a very combat forward game, first and foremost.
It does the platforming stuff, especially you start getting like the claws that let you climb on stuff, and it recharges your like double jump and dash, and then you get the ninja hook and stuff. There's definitely some like the platforming gets better, but it's always good.
There's some Ori influence later on. Like you get like this kind of like cloth thing, and there's even a flooded section where you're kind of escaping some water. But yeah, the game does just look so good. And there's kind of like an amazing visual element to that final level that just looks awesome. I've liked the old Shinobi games a lot. Just having this here is great. Even though like it plays quite a bit different than, say, Shinobi 3 or, Revenge of Shinobi, where, it's largely just about throwing ninja guitars and kunai. This is much more about getting up in there, doing these big combos. And you still can, you have the ranged weapons, and that's largely for taking care of armor, things like that. But boy, it is really satisfying. It does kind of remind me of that Prince of Persia Lost Crown combat, where there's just all these tools, and you're juggling, you're building up special meters and spending those at the appropriate times. The bosses, again, that's our highlight.
I've seen some people wonder if like, oh, okay, do I need to like, how much do I need to know the Shinobi series, whatever? I've never played a Shinobi game.
You got to read the
really
books. Yeah, you got to read the books first. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's 0% nostalgia here. It makes me curious to go back. I have no idea how that never like crossed my path. I was a Genesis kid. That was what I had
Shinobi
at my
3 is
mom's house.
awesome. Game Gear Shinobi is also awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I saw Shinobi 2 and 3 are on Switch Online.
Yeah.
That sounds right, yeah.
It's Revenge of Shinobi is 2.
Okay.
But Shinobi 3. Yeah, play Shinobi 3. I think Shinobi 3 is great.
Yeah.
That's the one you'll probably see more of the influence here. Although again, it's going to be a bit different.
Now, is Joe Musashi one of the coolest names for a ninja ever?
Yes.
It's a cool name.
Joe.
Great. Joe.
Yeah.
Classic.
God, sometimes I think about just like throwing Jan out the window and just going by my initials, J-O, just by Joe.
I like
it.
it.
Doesn't quite work.
I'd embrace it.
All right. We'll see. Speaking about games that look absolutely stunning and gorgeous, but maybe this is causing a point of frustration. Chef Grubb, you are continuing your journey through Expedition 33.
Yeah. I want to just check in with and get some pointers from people. I mentioned this to Mike and his brother, and it just sounded like I might be under-leveled for the area I'm in. I am. It's telling me to go to the paintress. I did that, and now I'm in that area right after that first encounter with her. And everything is one-shotting me. And I was like level 38, 39 when I entered it. And I've started like grinding to just deal with that. Like I'm getting through fights because I'm parrying and all that stuff. So yeah, that's fine. But when I get hit, dead. Just in one shot every time.
Grub, I think I was kind of running into some of that, and like that is a great time to like. I think you're at the point now to where you can pretty easily traverse the overworld.
Yeah. I think I got most of the
that's-
stuff to traverse the overworld.
Then that's a good time to just kind of go around like all these like nooks and crannies, follow rivers around, see if there's any little like landing zones, optional things you can kill. Some of them will one shot you, but like it's a good grinding time.
I did fight the Axons. I fought both Axons.
Okay. There's at least one really big optional dungeon, and when I did that, I remember like almost I kind of had the opposite experience from you in that dungeon where it was like, oh, this is almost kind of too easy.
Okay.
So
Chuck's saying I'm 10 to 15 levels lower than he was.
Interesting.
I think that's what it is. I think I'm just like severely under, which is fine. I probably did skip some extra stuff that would have helped. I'm grinding, and you know what that means. I get to do the battle system, which I continue to love. I like, and I was telling this to I have like not obsessed over my Pictos, but I've been minding them. I've been like kind of tending to them to a certain degree. I'm definitely not optimizing that.
Do that, and then also the sub-level Picto, like Luminas, is that what they're called?
God, I've been thinking about
I think
Luminous
that's
lately.
right.
The green
really it?
things. The
Yeah.
green things?
Yeah.
That's
Is
right.
it Luminous?
Luminas, maybe something like that. Yeah.
Lumina, yeah.
I think it. Yeah.
Yeah, like make sure you're just spending all those points also, because there is a vocabulary that game kind of speaks that is not very deliberate, I think, with that stuff. And it took me about half the game, maybe a third, before I was like, oh, what am I doing? Like I can take advantage of things I'm not taking
Pictos have
advantage of.
stats. I didn't notice that.
Oh, so that's the important thing, yeah. So make sure it's, put on a new Pictos and then learn it, right?
Yeah,
so
I'm definitely doing all of that.
But then
Although,
make sure you just have the highest level Pictos equipped on people.
is there an easy way to see what Pictos I haven't learned? Like I just looking at that thing,
when
and
you look
it's
at the
very
whole
hard
list,
for me to
I think
parse.
the ones that you have learned have color to them. It'll be like
Okay, I
green
figured
or
that's
red
probably
or
what it
whatever.
was, but it just wasn't super obvious.
and you're
I think it's
updating,
white,
and
you
you're
haven't learned it.
and you're
Yeah.
upgrading your weapons, right, and all that shit.
Yeah, I'm upgrading my weapons, and I'm using the good weapons now. That did help. I think that I think it probably is this thing with the Pictos of I'm not optimizing that enough. I probably was just like,
that
I'm
is
using the
where
ones.
your defense stat actually comes from
Yeah.
largely.
I did switch up my strategy now, and I'm like using a lot more shield spells. So I'm putting in like physical shields that will completely negate all damage for a hit. That's made a huge difference and stuff, like things like that. But I was just like wondering if this is normal. It sounds like it's normal if I didn't do a lot of the side content. So okay,
Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure I didn't do something super dumb.
Grub, I think a lot of your experience with this game mirrors mine.
Yeah, okay, and like to be clear, none of this has actually been a problem because I'm still having fun. Like I'm like having fun even when I'm getting one shot because like they updated it. So if you lose a fight, you just restart the fight right there. You don't have to go back and run to it, and that has made it super smooth. So yeah, kind of no complaint. I just want to make sure I wasn't gonna like get to.
Oh right, because you would have to like watch a cutscene again, right? Like that.
You'd have to
whole
like
thing?
go from like you'd have to like run back to the fight.
Yeah.
You don't even have to do that anymore.
Oh, there's one where there's like a real long run. You're just like, what am I 17 seconds of running before I get to this fucking thing? There was an area that I got to, I think around the part that you're describing, where you are just sort of inundated with like, trio after trio battle, and you're just like, oh, this seems imbalanced in a weird way, where you're just meant to kind of, the way I kind of calculated it was like, oh, the game's just trying to like get you prepared and maybe get you a little more leveled before you face something real gnarly.
And there's like some of the systems for some of these characters requires like a couple extra turns before you get to do the really fun stuff. I think they're trying to enable that. So, and I'm fine with that because that's been fun too.
It's a good game.
Yep, good game.
Yep,
very good game. Well, I'm glad, Grub, that has not derailed your enjoyment.
No.
But you have been unrailed too.
Yeah, actually, we should talk about this and Mage Arena, which we played on UPF. People should go watch that if they haven't.
Train week.
Yeah, yes, we did our mini train week on just Friday of last week. We played Unrailed. This is the game where it's is it like overcooked for building trains? Is that like a fair way of describing it?
At a certain point, I feel like not every 4-player co-op game is like an Overcooked like.
But Overcooked is super popular, so it's just like a good
Friend
shorthand.
Swap.
Yeah, no, that's like Repo Lethal Company. That's
I just like saying friend slop.
Yeah, it's good.
You just love slopping with friends.
Yeah, it is like
that.
Overcooked in that everyone has a job that they should be doing, and it's like it's a division of labor game. Like everyone. There's labor to be done. Yes.
That feels like Overcooked. I could see that, where it's like you're all kind of yelling at each other, like, hey, I need trees, I need trees. So
yeah.
I could see that. Yeah.
But I thought it was really fun. Like I had a really good time playing it. It was it's a game where there are trees, there are rocks, you need wood and you need stone to build rails for the train that is moving. You have to go add new tracks to the beginning so it doesn't run out, and you want to connect the train track to the station to end the level. And then there's a bunch of other complications of like you can upgrade the carts on your train to produce assets faster, or so that they're invisible so you can walk through them, because things could get in the way and things can cut you off, and now you're screwed, or you're in a situation where you have to like move very fast or else you're going to fail out the level. And it's a 4-player co-op game, so everyone can take their job and do their thing. And then occasionally someone's not doing something and everyone yells like, hey, we need that done. And then someone goes and takes that task, and that means they have to leave something else behind. It's a good division of labor game. I really enjoyed myself.
I like that the kind of upgrade system isn't so much about your character, but about upgrading the train.
Yeah.
Adding more trains to it, or just upgrading specific sections of it. And it's like, oh, now we have this part of the train, making brake pads. That will, all that stuff was satisfying to me.
Yep. And then we played Mage Arena, which is
The Rock,
a voice-activated spell-casting multiplayer, a competitive game. And we did 2v2. Christian hopped in on my team, and it was Mike and Dan. And you start off with a book of spells, and you can look at the spells, and it's Fireball and Magic Missile, and you just say in your microphone, Magic Missile, and it'll cast the Magic Missile. It has to, it's got to build back up, and then you can cast it again. I had a really good time with that as well. What'd you guys think?
That was very fantasy as well, and I liked that.
Yeah, you're a big boy.
I guess, sure.
You're a hero.
I'm a big boy.
Thank you.
It was really funny. God.
So the best part for me was anytime I would get near Dan would hide behind a tree and giggle, and because it's Prox chat and I'm trying to kill him, it was like it was like a cartoon. It was like living in a Tom and Jerry.
I'd throw lightning at you and then giggle and run away and hide behind a tree.
Yes. Yeah. And you did very well the first time with that. The second time it was hilarious. You had 1 kill and 7 deaths.
It was a really long match too.
And I could tell Dan was still having a good time and like entertaining himself, and I was entertained.
I think Prox chat is just like, I'm always gonna find it either very funny or like a really interesting mechanic.
Yes.
Like I love Prox chat.
I think it's hot right now for a reason, because it's always awesome. I think every time we've done one of these, I've had a good time. It's great for content. And this one was like legitimately interesting. Like the gnomes, whether you can go trade them stuff. I traded them my spell book twice, because I was like, what's the button? And the second time I hit it again, gave my book. But that time they gave me a pretty decent upgraded spell. And that's when I like came around the corner and Dan was trying to capture our flag, and I just cast it right at him, and he blew up in front of me. It was great.
There's something incredibly satisfying about like sneaking up with somebody, hearing them talk to themselves.
Yes.
They don't know you're there, and you're just like, fireball.
I spend like half the time just trading shit with the gnomes. I'd have like a stick or something. I'd be like, please, I want the good spells or whatever. And then one time I went to them, and in Grub, I think you and Christian had just been there, and you like slaughtered them accidentally. accidentally, and it's just a bunch of gnome corpses. And I was like, no, I had all this stuff I wanted to trade with you, and you're all dead.
I think it was Christian trying to salt the earth to stop you from getting upgrades.
That's smart, actually.
Yeah.
Jeez. Dark, but
It was like I learned there were other spells because I would hear all of a sudden the rock from like 15. I'm like, what the hell? And then a giant rock exploded underneath my feet and threw me into the air.
one time Dave was just trying to talk to me about that spell, and he's like, "Yeah, I got this rock spell." And then like giant boulder came up because he said the word rock.
It's
great.
It was great. I mean, Proc Slop, give it to us every time.
Yeah,
I'm
please.
gonna have a good time with it.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
Very happy that y'all wound up checking that out.
One thing I didn't put on the list, I do want to mention though. I watched a good amount of Hell Is Us last night, and I played like 3 hours of it at that event, and it's out for like early access now.
Yes.
That's a really interesting game, and that is one of those games that like if you look at the reviews are kind of polarizing. You'll see like 10s and 7s and stuff, and I think it's interesting in that way that the things it's doing, I think some people will fucking hate, and some people it will be 100% their shit. Where it's like no maps, no quest log, no objective markers, like it's all diegetic stuff. It's like the tone of it is awesome. It's very Annihilation, if you've seen that movie.
Wow.
It's a really, really cool game. I'm kind of fascinated by it.
Yeah, I
check it
enjoyed
out.
what there was a really surprising puzzle thing that they did in that demo. Do you know what I'm talking about? With like you go to like a castle and you're on the roof of a castle trying to like understand shapes and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, I wasn't expecting this game to give me that. And I don't know. I think part of the intrigue for me, I thought it was going to be a little bit more like Satan focused, which I can kind of look over, but. I was surprised. I think part of the mystique and mystery for this game for me is like, what even is this? Like, what even is this world? Yeah. So I'm looking forward for sure.
And it's cool just having to have like a mental log or taking notes of just like, why was that fucking woman screaming in the cave? I can't forget about her. What's she doing there? Like, you just see something and it's like, I have to note that, like, I need to figure this out later, what this thing is.
I got a little worried where I was like, oh, this is just like, throwing all like cool imagery in a blender and seeing what happens, right? And like sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. I was reminded of a lot of stuff. Obviously the fun, Annihilation thing is something that always comes up with the stuff that we like. But I think, I really want to see how they kind of connect all the dots here.
Instead of like the in-game map or whatever, it's like literally like you'll meet a character and they give you a hand-drawn map, with like an arrow, and it's like you got to like
you're
look at your
here,
inventory and like, it's just a lot of looking at signs in the environment, or like a character's like, hey, I hid this thing in the woods or whatever. Like I marked the trees with white markings or whatever, so follow those or follow these wind chimes.
Wait, so it's got yellow paint. All right.
No, wait, and then there was like an area where you like go underground and you fight like monsters.
Oh, there's monsters in there.
Schmonsters.
There's fucked up monster dudes.
There's like fucked up, weird, faceless, hole in their body monsters, right?
With like weird geometry coming out of their souls and like.
Where's this game at? Let's go. Let's play this game.
It's a cool game.
I'm not acting excited because I have it on Fantasy Critic. That's besides the
Oh, you fucker.
I really like the idea of a game that's just like self-contained and like throws you in there, lets you figure stuff out. So then I'm gonna check this out because of that.
Cool. Yeah. Let's go. And last game on the list here before we head to Bricky Break, very actually thematically related to Hell Is Us, Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Oh,
the Nintendo
yeah.
Switch 2 version.
cut from the
Now
same
say
cloth.
the full name.
Okay, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Star-Crossed Worlds.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Grub, so I just played a couple levels last night just to see the performance and stuff.
Yeah, it looks
and it did the thing where I went to the world map and I saw that cutscene of the star coming down and stuff. So I just loaded it up to see the performance stuff. I did not know about the added stuff. So like, what is that? How substantial is it?
Yeah, so it's Star-Crossed Worlds is mostly remixed levels that add different things you do in levels with like the sparkly star theming from the DLC. And you have to find three new starry characters hidden in the map, and then there's all of the bonus stuff that you could do, like, oh, you opened 5 flowers on your things. You get another starry, and then you get to the end of the level, and you get 3 starries. And so there's 10 starries in each level. Yeah, it's right. It's just like the Waddle Dees from.
And these are stars and not like the soda, right?
Exactly. No, yes, exactly. Not cans of starry. Yeah,
big starry guy here.
It is, but it's mostly just Kirby in the Forgotten Land again. Like I said, mostly remixed, and I am finding it pretty entertaining still. One part of it is the game does look phenomenal. It looks awesome.
It runs great. Yeah.
And like just the textures of the characters really pop with the higher resolution and everything. I'm really impressed by the way the game looks. I don't know if it's $20 more on top of $60 game. Is it worth it? $80 is a big price tag for this game, I think.
Jesus, $80.
Well, $80 for the whole. Yeah, it's just $20 for the expansion.
Right.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
You're starting it
Jesus.
vanilla. And it's not. You don't get new Kirby abilities. You get new mouthful modes.
Mouthful modes. Yes.
Yeah. It's interesting because I haven't played this.
Oh,
game
that's
since
Mike.
the kid.
I'm sorry. I still can't believe they called it mouthful modes.
They got new mouthful.
Did you
modes.
guys see Doug Bowser's joke? He said the name of the title, and it was like, "That's a real mouthful." Am I right? And it's like,
Okay, Doug.
all right.
Laughing with us. All right.
Dougie poo.
Yeah. But it's I haven't played games since it came out, so these levels, part of me is like, how remixed are these? How many of these parts are new? Because I haven't, I don't remember. So it's kind of a bonus if they are super just kind of reusing stuff. I can't really tell.
I think that's going to be the case for most people. Now, I wonder what it's going to be like for someone who is buying this $80, goes through the whole game, and then plays the Star-Crossed World stuff like alongside it. But the way that they mix things up is there will be the critical path that was the vanilla level. And this will often add a thing where it's like you found the Star-Crossed World flower, hit that thing, and it'll open up this new path that just got created by the star path off in this other direction. So it's not like, it's just changing the paint on the pathway that was here before. It's often introducing new branching paths with new challenging platforming puzzle stuff in there. That again, I think that this has done a good job of using what's there and adding new stuff in a way that I have no real complaint about. Like, I don't think this doesn't feel like lazy DLC because they're reusing stuff or something like that.
I mean, largely, I just like Kirby and the Forgotten Land so much. I'm excited to play more of it. It really does make me excited just thinking about what that full-blown sequel is going to look like when that comes out someday.
Yep. Overall, though, it's like, this game is still fun. It's still a good time. I think the DLC I've heard a bunch of times. I think I'm pretty close to finishing it. I've heard it's like 3-ish hours. It's like a one sitting thing. So again, $20, is that worth it? I don't know.
And Rag, chat saying, I think there's more to levels than just like they added those star paths. I think the geometry might be newer and something. Again, it's weird. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Look, there's quite a few changes to it. Like that's when the star paths take you in different directions you weren't on before. So they would have to introduce new geometry and things like that. Yeah.
And I was happy to see because I got pretty far in that game. I was in the desert world, and I just kind of fell off, or something else came out, and I downloaded it here. It just seamlessly had all my stuff, Switch 1 to Switch 2, and added the DLC with one little cutscene. So very easy for me to hop back in and finish that game.
Yep, it's of all the stuff they've done with Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. Of the ones they've charged for, this one earns that $20 the most. I think people
better
can
than
still
Mario Party.
Better, for sure.
Significantly better than Mario Party. I wish they would just put the camera stuff in there and not charge the extra money, because I like the camera stuff in Mario Party. But here it's like, no, this feels like a real expansion. Even if I think a lot of people would be like, $20 is a bit much for what's here. I paid for it. I don't feel that way. So, yeah.
Well, yes. Well, that about does it for video game talk. But real quick, I just wanted to give 2 special shouts out. Shouts out to the homie Michael Ruiz, different Michael, that I met out in Washington. But also, you know what's hella fucking sick?
What's that?
Pink Gorilla Games.
Yes!
Oh, yeah. It is great, right?
Yo, like I got the chance. I had some time to stop by the shop. It is a baller ass store, y'all.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
They take good care of their shit for sure. You go into a lot of used game stores and it's various shitty cases, and some of them are reproductions and stuff like that. No, Pink Gorilla is always awesome.
It was super dope. I think Kelsey Lewin was probably occupado setting up the Pink Gorilla Games booth at PAX proper, but that store immaculate. Folks, we're gonna go take
real quick. Sorry, there is one other game I've been playing. I can't talk about it yet, but my kids have been playing a ton of it. Do I have to explain embargoes to my kids, or do you guys think I'm safe?
Take food off our families because your kids, have loose lips.
Are they on social media?
They're not. And
Do
they
they
shall
still
not
do
be.
recess? Is recess still a thing?
I think there's a recess. They don't ever talk about recess, so I don't know.
It was the main thing in school.
I know, right?
Yeah, no, I mean,
Other
when
than
Dip
school.
played through Astrobot like early and finished it before like I said, I'm like, just don't talk about this at school. Like I legit said that.
This one is not like a name brand that people will recognize, so I think they brought it up. Everyone's like, "What is that?" But I'm looking forward to talking about it because the kids are super into it. It's been pretty fun.
What the fuck it is?
Yeah, I'll mention it to you guys in Discord. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're about to be offline here. You can tell us in voice in a second here.
Yeah. Good point.
There's no way to know.
No way to know. And maybe you'll have to tune in next week to figure out what Grub was alluding to.
Oh, I think
Actually, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Oh, 2 weeks. Well,
I know
there's
what it
also
is.
a
Okay.
game that I can't talk about for 2 weeks also then. What about that?
Damn.
I'm going to tell everyone at recess.
Folks, we're going to have ourselves a quick little recess. We're going to play some Foursquare, maybe some tetherball, and just trade little snack packs. And then we'll be back with the news right after this.
Jan, my computer's sick. I've decided it's time to start building a new one. I just don't know where to start.
Grub, if your computer is sicky poo, you got to start with MSI, which just dropped something big in its brand new Z890 and B860 Intel motherboards.
Are those the motherboards that unlock the power of the Intel Core Ultra Series 2 CPUs?
Yes, sir. These Mobos, as we're calling them on the streets, are powerhouses for gaming, streaming, and whatever intense tasks you need to throw at them.
Okay, but Jan, you know me. I'm scared of tools. That screwdriver's so sharp.
It's okay, bud. MSI made them Jeff-proof and maybe Dan-proof as well, which means they're easy to work with. No more wrestling with tiny little screws or confusing manuals. We're talking easy debug LEDs that tell you exactly what's going on. Toolless installs for your M2 drives and GPUs, or GPUs. We're calling them GPUs too now.
Okay, hell yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. MSI has that modern BIOS as well that looks like it was actually made for humans to use, not some relic from 2003. Give me more of that.
Yes, that's right. It's going to be so easy to get secure boots on the ground. It's like PC building on easy mode, Grub. And here's the best part. Giant Bombcast listeners, MSI is giving you 10% off these new regularly priced Z890 and B860 boards. Just head over to us-store.msi.com and use promo code BOMBCAST at checkout. Boom, instant savings.
I'm going to stack that discount. They allow you to do that. And with MSI's got ongoing promotions, that's potentially going to score me up to $120 in Steam codes. It's basically free games just for upgrading. Everyone listening should do the same.
So if you're ready to upgrade your setup, do not wait. Visit us-store.msi.com and use the code BOMBCAST, BOMCAST, all in lowercase, and give your PC the upgrade it deserves.
MSI, making PC building less of a headache and a lot more fun.
Mobo! This is Jeff Grob with our news. He's gonna share some news. Jeff Grob.
That's right. I have some news for y'all. Let's just start here with the as is tradition. Nintendo Direct could happen very soon. We've heard these rumors a bunch now. There are more rumors to add on top of that. A new Nintendo Direct is rumored to be held in September, possibly on the 11th or the 12th. Aligning with the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers. Leaker Nate the Hate also has added this, suggesting a Red Dead Redemption 2 port for Switch 2 might also be announced. Weird. Nintendo has a history of September Directs. They just didn't do one last year, but that was because Switch 2 was coming. I think they were in a weird spot, so do expect them to get back onto this regular schedule. I buy this. I think a Direct's going to happen this month. I guess the one thing that some people who have been making rumors about this have been saying is this is the big one you've been waiting for. Who knows what that means? I guess the question would be, what would that mean to you guys? Like, what would you want to see? Metroid delay for games, of course.
Yes, that's the big one. I mean, there's no way we get a Direct. I mean, I guess there's a way it goes out. But boy, if we got a big Direct and we don't get a Metroid Prime 4 release date, that would be weird.
That's alarm bells. Yeah.
Yeah. What I really, I want that, but I really want to hear about Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remastered. I want to be able to play those games before it comes out in one way or the other on my Switch 2.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that would be the ideal is Metroid Prime 4 release date. It is for later this month or sometime in October, whatever. And then today, Metroid Prime 2 and 3 are available to purchase at a decent price. Go play them now. Like that would be awesome. I don't know if that's going to happen, but yeah. I think it could. I would.
Is
like to see
there
it.
anything still with the Zelda remakes? Does that look possible at all?
I mean, I like always. I heard that they were done, but they were up on the shelf, and Nintendo was going to pull them off like in a year when they didn't have any Zelda project. But they've had a Zelda project every year, and now they have NSO GameCube. So they could, and they've already put Wind Waker on there. They could just put the Twilight Princess version of the GameCube version on there as well, and say, "There you go. That's where we put them." That would be dumb because the HD versions have a bunch of differences, and they could make a lot more money from selling them again. So I expect them to do that at some point, but there's no reason to assume it would happen now. It could, but there's no reason to assume.
Yeah, I mean, they also got to announce some stuff, and I imagine relatively soon here is when they can announce the big 2026 game, whatever that is. They could announce the new Animal Crossing, right? The game that's going to come out at some point next year, be a big deal, and it's why you're going to feel so good about getting a Switch 2 this holiday, because you're going to also look forward to that.
Yeah. Do you think there's any reason to think, and I'm with you, Mike, but is there any reason to think with Tomodachi Life and what is the other Rhythm Heaven, Switch 1 games, that they're like, that's maybe filling out that slot for now, and we'll get to Animal Crossing later? Like, do you think they're thinking that way?
No, I think Animal Crossing is a pillar upon itself.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Again, maybe it's not Animal Crossing, but whatever their flagship game is for next year, we could hear about that.
I continue to think the timing's right for Animal Crossing next year, but we'll see.
I would put my money on Animal. Usually, Smash Brothers is the big year 2 game for these consoles, but almost somehow it doesn't feel right.
I mean, a Smash Brothers Ultimate Deluxe, I think, does happen.
Something, yeah,
yes.
maybe something like that.
Added tripping.
They're bringing tripping back. But I mean, you could just be like, yeah, here's 5 more characters. That'll almost be enough for me. Maybe do some other interesting single player mode. I don't expect them to bring back Subspace Emissary with all of the, wild CG cutscenes and some stuff like that. Basically like distill what would have been a fighter's pass into just a single upgrade. And, with some of the visual changes that can happen with that. That would be almost all I would really need from this. And hey, keep selling DLC characters too. I'd be fine.
I just want, what you said, and then the camera faces to be added to the game, so people's faces can be in there when you knock me off the course.
Well, they should have, instead of like the Mii's or put it on top of the Mii's, just replace the face with the
whole head.
Thing. Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
We've talked about this part of it a bunch now, but it is lining up with the 40th anniversary of Mario. If it does do that, if that's the way it goes down, I do expect them to have something. Yes. I just don't know what that would be.
Well, they have that like stop motion thing, right?
They have like the young Mario stuff. Like, they're doing a bunch of Mario
motion.
Young Mario. I was waiting for you to do that, Jan. I was like,
stop motion thing.
Yeah, what is that?
There's an initiative by Nintendo to appeal to younger, like very young, like toddlers with Mario stuff. And as part of that, they have like this interactive, or what looks like an interactive Mario face, right? Is that what it is,
like
Jan?
Mario 64?
Kind of, but
Kinda.
yeah.
And how do you engage with it?
It's just an app.
Yeah.
Weird.
I think they're doing actual shorts too with stuff like
I think so.
Video shorts. There's a whole thing. But video game wise, I mean, there were the rumors about the title new Super Mario Brothers games. I could see that compilation happening.
Yep.
Otherwise,
some people are saying that was like a fake, but I could still see it happening.
Yeah, even if it was a fake, I'm like, it still kind of makes sense though. There's a reason why we all believed it. Like the new 3D Mario game just feels like that's a bit off since we got Donkey Kong.
Unlikely.
As much as I would love to have a Mario Galaxy 2 port, I don't know if they're going to do it. I mean, they didn't do the Switch 2 version of Mario. So we just got a free update. The free update was pretty good, though. I'm not really sure what I would want from a big update. I almost don't really want an expansion for Odyssey. I just want you to get working on the sequel to Odyssey. It's kind of weird to imagine. They could do like another Mario 35 kind of gimmick here, Mario 40, whatever
something like
is.
that.
Didn't the last time we talked about this, we were sort of fantasizing, or at least we were going through what was sort of due up in the remastered kind of hopper, right, in the queue. And I don't know if we landed on anything.
Yeah.
But
I mean, a new Super Mario Brothers collection feels like the most obvious one there.
I mean, they are. So what would that have? So that's 1 and 2.
1, 2, and
Wii. And then they did U.
We use
and
on
Luigi
Switch.
U.
So we already have you and Luigi on there, so they probably wouldn't include that.
Yeah.
It'd just be remasters of the other 3. We never got 3D Land, right? I don't know.
All right.
I would like to have that.
I would take that.
Switch. That'd be great.
Yeah, it looks weird in HD, so they would probably have to do some extra work to it because I've seen people mod the 3DS version. And it's like, oh, this looks barren when it's not on a 3DS.
I could also couldn't you see them doing something where it's like every Mario game ever? It's 40's a big one.
Like Super All-Stars?
Yeah, like you can't, they're not going to sleep on 40, even though, he's due for a prostate exam now. He's like, he's getting up there, right? Like, they got to go. They have to do it. It seems like they would do something quite large for 40. Yeah.
I don't think Mario Maker 3 is off the table, especially with all this mouse stuff that we have on this system.
I just don't want to get my hopes up.
That would be the dream for me.
Somebody doesn't really care too much about Mario.
Yeah, you could just say you're a bad person. Yeah.
I like
that would be a dream for me. I will make that a nightmare for all of you. If that is true.
That would be a dream for me. I love that.
I'm not
shit.
so
I had a
close
friend
to it
that did
that,
that for me.
I'm like afraid of getting my hopes up. To me, as an outsider, it just seems like a logical thing to do.
That can't be like a hard thing to like spin up again, right?
I don't know. I feel like I think the reason I'm skeptical is I think they had a huge plan for Maker stuff, and then Maker 2 sold like 5 million copies, significantly less than a regular 2D Mario does. And so they're like, well, if this is the ceiling for Mario Maker, like, what are we going to do here when we like try to do this with anything else? So I think, to me, I think they gave up on working with those kinds of tools, the tools that people can use, and they're just kind of sitting back there on Mario Maker 2 untouched by them. I could be completely wrong, but that's me being pessimistic.
Dan, you're probably more familiar than I am. Didn't they make it a little harder to share levels in 2? Or like there was something different
2
from
was
1?
just the thing that made a lot of people not get super into 2 is just like the stylus.
Filling levels, yeah.
That was huge as far as like, I spent dozens of hours making levels on the first one, and then the second one came out, and it's like I had some new fun things you could do and everything, but like, I bought all these different styluses and stuff that capacitive, like this should work, and it never felt quite the same. So like, I think that was the problem with 2, and I think you can get around it with the mouse controls if they do that
easy.
with 3. So I would be all the way back in on Mario Maker if they had mouse controls.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, even if they updated Mario Maker 2 with mouse controls and like one new tile set, I would go bananas.
I mean, it'd be Mario Wonder, right?
It'd be Mario Wonder probably. I would like to see
awesome.
Mario 2 as well, but yeah, it would be Mario Wonder.
Well, they put Mario 2 in there as like a Mario, like you could get a certain mushroom.
Yeah, you get a mushroom.
But it wasn't like across the board, like enemies and stuff.
No.
Like, with the potions and the doors and all that. Like, I'd love full Mario 2.
Yep. Yeah. We'll see. Backlot, I don't know if the whole it's 40 if they're going to go big is real. When you say it, it's like, yeah, that does sound right. Nintendo, why would they let an opportunity go by? But sometimes they're just not ready for it. And so like they'll manufacture it if they have something to go. Like Year of Luigi happens because they have some Luigi stuff happening. So let's just do that. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Is it too early to maybe have like a Mario 2 movie teaser?
No, it's about that time.
That is actually does feel like that could happen here. Okay. And I hope there's another moment that makes me break.
Man, I just cannot wait to see who the voice actor for Yoshi's going to be.
It's going to be Chris Pratt's mom.
Is Yoshi going to talk in sentences, you think?
I'll tell you what,
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's going to be Joe Rogan.
No. God, fuck no. I feel like... I feel like it's Illumination doing the Mario movies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The minions don't actually talk. They just like do gibberish.
Yeah, it's gibberish.
I feel like they could just do that for
They
Yoshi.
could have pulled that trick for the Toads if they really wanted to, though.
Yeah, do that with the Pikmin, though. Make Pikmin movies like that. That would be great.
There's a chance he just says Yoshi stuff for sure, but I wouldn't be shocked if Aquafina is the voice of Yoshi.
I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I like Aquafina.
Why does Mike know that reference?
Because he doesn't like Aquafina because she's a woman.
Aquafina was in like 4 animated movies in 1 year.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, Mike.
Wow. Mike.
I think that her voice is kind of annoying.
Oh, really? That's so weird. Would you like to expand on that?
I just think it's a little pitchy.
Yeah. Oh, wait, was this because you didn't like her as Raya, the dragon?
No, dragons don't sound like that.
That
Dragons
pissed you off?
just sound cool and
They sound like
rather-
Mike. Do an impression of a dragon. What should they sound like?
I'm the dragon Tokoto.
Yeah.
Fear my dragon fire.
Why does this dragon sound like a cup? What's that about?
I'm Chip.
All right, let's move this news along. Sony's live service shooter Fairgames loses its game director. Haven is still hiring for new roles, though. That's the developer. That's the studio. So they lost Jade Raymond. They've now also lost this game director whose name I didn't write down for whatever reason. But he went to WB Montreal or whatever. They're working on the live service DC superhero game because they're making another one of those. Okay. Whatever. That's WB.
Boy. That'll go great.
Yeah. What are they?
What are we doing, folks?
I don't know. It's crazy. The company that made Suicide Squad's gonna do it again. But that's a different story over there. Fairgames. Well, last time I checked a couple weeks ago, not canceled. And it's definitely one of those situations when I ask the people about it, they're like, yeah, shit, I don't know. I can't believe it's not canceled either. So. Yeah, but they're still hiring for it. I don't know. I'm definitely of the opinion that they're just kind of biding their time and will still cancel this thing.
They're biding their time?
They're biding Joe Biden their time.
I mean, it's wild because, like, you know, usually it's like, well, the game's so close to finishing, maybe they just released it. But with live service games, that happens all the time because just maintaining these things is so expensive.
Right.
So part of me, like, look, you know, I don't want anybody to lose their job or anything like that. But if this game's not going to come out, like, every day you don't do this is expensive, right?
Yeah.
I just don't know what these internal dialogues are about Fairgames, where it's like, well, who knows? We didn't think Helldivers 2 was going to be this massive success. Sometimes it just happens. We gotta at least spin the wheel here and see where it lands. A lot of people are like, the wheel is broken. The wheel is not going to roll. There's no point spinning this particular wheel. I don't know. Fairgames is it's just already a punchline. I just can't imagine how it does.
On top of that, I know that the job search is very dire out there, especially in game development.
It's rough,
but like, if you see this on the walls for Fairgames, I can't imagine you'd be enticed to apply at all.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. Like, yeah. If you see like Jade Raymond's left. This director's left, and now you're going to go there, and with the stench of death surrounding this project, yeah, that's got to be rough. I mean, when it says like Haven is still hiring for new roles, like that's the kind of thing where it's like, can you even trust that? Like, there's like an apparatus at these companies that just like hires people. Are they informed about the state or the future of that game? Likely not. There's also like that. Like not rumor, but like the reporting about ghost job listings where it's like companies put out a bunch of job listings they never intend to fill because it makes them look better to investors. Investors like to see that they're hiring.
Oh, cool. What a cool and not gross at all thing.
Doesn't that suck? That sucks so bad. And that's where we're at. So
I guess it's not a law. You don't have to hire someone just because you have a job listing.
But maybe there should be.
Maybe we should make that law.
It sucks out there. So I wouldn't take that as like a sign of anything. In fact, I would like completely ignore it. In fact, I might going forward when we're doing this kind of reporting. We'll see.
Did they lose the dollar sign?
I don't think they lost the dollar sign. I'm not in the mood for it, so I'm not acknowledging the dollar sign.
They're waiting to lose the dollar signs when they release the game.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. Oh wow, Mikey.
Nice, good one.
That's what you get.
Capcom says Nintendo Switch 2 sales were better than expected. Capcom's CEO.
Expected by who?
I don't know.
They don't make the Switch 2. What?
Yeah, who's asking you, Capcom?
It does go in comparison to the other story here that we'll follow up with this about here in a second. But Haruhiro Sugimoto, Capcom CEO, commented that Monster Hunter Wilds sales, which were huge during the game's launch period and trailed off somewhat, he's kind of talking about that. He said when asked about the barrier of entry, he unpromptedly spoke about the Nintendo Switch 2 and said that sales of the console were better than the company had anticipated. Perhaps Capcom is having regrets about not getting the latest Monster Hunter up and running on that. And he doesn't hold back. He immediately said, Capcom's president, this is the second headline, Capcom's president says high price of PS5 has contributed to low sales of Monster Hunter Wilds. Now that makes me go,
Yes.
Because, look, a lot of people already have the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
And that game, just seems like it should just sell regardless. It's on PC. It's on a bunch of places. Like the last one did really good on Steam. I think it might be Monster Hunter's fault that Monster Hunter Wilds is not selling so well.
I mean, I will say it's like, boy, if they're priming people up for, hey, Switch 2 is going to be the lead platform for this franchise going forward, I think that's fine. I think trying to make Monster Hunter Wilds this super heavy, graphically impressive thing that runs like shit on pretty much everybody's PC was a big mistake. And yeah, not having some Switch 2 version of some kind. I wonder how many people are going to start doing this, because it is going to, using that as an excuse for Monster Hunter Wilds is pretty dumb, the high price of the PlayStation 5, but there's a lot of people who are like, well, Switch 2 is selling really well. Why are we making high-end PS5 Pro or PC games and then trying to reverse engineer on Switch 2? Why don't we just make games look good on Switch 2, and then they look a little bit better on these other consoles? Great.
That makes a lot of sense to me, especially with the rumors of that I didn't include this in the news. I guess we could talk about it here. The PS6 is going to have 3 SKUs, one of them being a handheld that can be docked, the second one being a PlayStation 6S, because at a certain point, how much more power do you need? And you need to be able to reach the audiences, so they're going to do the Xbox Series S thing and offer up an alternative solution. This is all reporting. Who knows what actually ends up happening? But yeah, if you are going to have these lower powered SKUs out there, you probably should just start making stuff for those first, and the Switch 2 being the lead platform. It makes sense to me. I bet there's a lot of developers who are like, no, there's a reason we don't do that. But
no one is going to have the money to get any SKU of a PS6 in a couple of years.
Yeah, the PS6S, the more affordable one, probably still going to be like $500, right? $500 for the S, $600 for this PS6 handheld, and $700 for the PS6 for real.
Work for Xbox? Recently.
Yeah, but I think that was more an Xbox problem than an Xbox Series S problem. Okay. I think it will work for the PlayStation, because if people are like, I just want to play Fortnite and I want to be on PlayStation with my friends where they're at, I think a PlayStation 6S will be just fine for them, but I don't know.
Speaking of like ports and stuff, kind of forgot to talk about this, but Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Switch 2, what the heck is that going to look like? Because we've been seeing
that's
these
a 2018 game, right?
Who knows?
It's a 2018. What was Hitman, right?
Okay, look.
Yeah. Right?
Good point.
It's just like these things are just all over the place. I don't know. We'll see.
Got me diagonally.
All right.
But real quick, Grub,
please.
to like bounce off of like the Capcom and Monster Hunter thing on the Switch, I've been seeing a lot of people stream Monster Hunter Rise, because I think for some people
it's getting the shine right now. Yeah.
I like
for
Rise.
some people that's closer, I guess, to what they want out of a Monster Hunter game.
It's sold really well. Yeah, like it didn't like outsell Wilds, which is how I read it at first. But it sold really well.
I think it's aesthetics, but it makes it much easier to get kind of in and out of hunts. Like the whole open world design is actually somehow a barrier. It actually makes it more of a bother to get fighting monsters, even though it's pitched as the opposite. I don't know. Rise was a big disappointment for me this year. I'll be honest.
Rise was?
Yeah.
No, Wilds.
Wilds. God, I can't keep these things straight.
I know. I can never remember even
Worlds,
the name of Wilds.
Rise, Wilds. Worlds and Wilds even sound like the same word.
Yeah.
The Rock.
In certain accents, they would sound exactly the same. Monster Hunter Wilds. No Man's Sky sees its highest Steam player count since launch following latest update. I'll add also Hollow Knight had its most players on Steam ever in this past week, which is crazy. People are very excited for Silksong. But yeah, No Man's Sky, it did its most recent free update, of which there have been dozens. I don't know how many. There's maybe actually around a dozen at this point. I don't know. I have the exact number. But it had 212,000 concurrent players at its peak in this past week. That is
for them.
A crazy number. It's a huge number. But you know what happens here is people bought No Man's Sky in a sale years ago, never actually played it, and then these updates give them a reason to jump in now. And then so there's like, that's happened a bunch of times. And so there's all these people like, you know what? I will check it out. It's got these ships now. You can build and bring your friends in there, and everyone can have a job on one ship. That sounds awesome. That's the way I always wanted this game to work, and now it does. So I think they've continued to prove that this is a model that has worked for them. I don't know if it's replicable by anyone else, but having huge sales of a disappointing game and then updating it for free for years has worked for No Man's Sky at the very least.
Yeah. I don't think I've checked this game out since vanilla.
20 plus.
I really need to go give it another go here.
We should try it. I think that this is one that I would like to try out multiplayer and have us all on a ship together. It supports that now. That sounds pretty cool to me. Hollow Knight Silksong, we started talking about this, but the release timing and the price have been revealed. We'll get to the price first. $20. I think the first one was $15. So essentially with inflation, they didn't raise the price at all. It's right in line with what they did originally. A lot of people surprised by this because this is a game that could get away with $30, $40 even, like The Witness. But $20, and I bet a lot of people are going to buy this game. I bet it's not going to hurt for only being $20.
Feels like NFL 2K5.
Yeah, a little bit. Right.
You know, where it's like, hey, we know this is a really good game, but we're going to do this really aggressive, bold pricing thing. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, they totally could have, with all the hype and time, said 50, 60, whatever, and people would have bought it. But that's cool.
That game's going to really blow up, huh?
Yeah, it's going to take over.
I gotta get Mary to try it. I really think Mary would like it.
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
She glazes over when you start talking about it.
I refuse to be a part of this gimmick.
It's so wild that other indie games have gone out of its way.
Yeah,
that's kind of
it
cool.
really is the GTA 6 of indies. I get it.
I'm surprised by how it's really broken through a sort of normie contingency, right? Where like I'll in my wildest dreams in the hockey locker room, I would never be asked about Silksong, and yet here we are.
Wow.
Yes.
It really
shit.
did break through. That first game was a massive hit. And you're right. Part of me always doesn't understand why. I like it a ton, but I couldn't tell you why that really popped off in a way that Ori didn't even.
Is it the best-selling 2D Metroidvania game ever?
Oh yeah, sold more than any Metroid or
Sure, by like several
Really?
factors. Yes.
Yeah.
Sold more than any Metroid?
Yeah,
Oh,
by
yeah,
five.
by
It
a
sold
factor of five.
five.
Maybe.
Yes, it sold 5 times more than any Metroid's ever sold.
I just
Oh
think
my
a bit
God.
much, but yeah.
it's just got this magic sauce where it's just able to like permeate through for some reason. I don't know if it's some kind of accessibility thing. I don't know. Like
People are
it
really
just has the
nostalgic.
magic sauce. Like
I mean, people are
that's it.
nostalgic for Flash games. You know?
Now shut the hell up.
It's
Well, do
definitely
you
not
think,
it. I mean,
with like how popular Souls games have gotten, like that's
Yeah, I
translated
guess.
to like difficulty and like maybe
There's a
2D
bit
is
of
more
that.
palatable for some people.
Yeah. I think it's just there's a lot there, right? I think it's a game that you can really, really sink your teeth into. And that's even more so than the few Souls mechanics that are in the game. With,
Yeah.
the way you get the currency, you have to like do run backs to your corpse and whatnot. But just the fact that this is this big game that has lore, if you really want to care about, that has this giant, interesting world that you can explore, that has all these kind of secrets and hidden areas. A little bit like Undertale in the sense that, like, if you want it to be, this can be your game.
I did not. I'm seeing chat and mention like sales numbers and stuff. I didn't realize Metroid never sold well.
No.
It sold. It's what's the barrier? But it's never been something that's going to sell 10 million copies.
It's
Metroid
never.
game.
I think it's only ever sold over 3 million once or twice.
And
I think
Dread?
Dread just got just over it, and the original Metroid did better than all the rest. I think.
Yeah, Metroid Prime like one on the GameCube did like fine, but yeah, it's
That feels like it's got to be one of the biggest gaps in terms of just like importance and legacy and stuff and,
Yes.
and actual
It
sales.
is-
'Cause, like,
it-
it is held up there with like Mario and Zelda. You
Like
know?
90% of the 3 million people who play these games are game developers and are making games now.
yeah, I was
because
gonna
they were
say that
inspired
are
by
over
Metroid.
35, right? Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what it's got to be. It's not broken through anyone under 30.
Yeah, it's a game developer ass game. Like game developers love Metroidvanias because of Metroid. It's not popular in Japan. That's a big part of it. So Nintendo doesn't push it in Japan, and becomes a vicious.
It's kind of
cycle.
all you got going for you, Dan, with the fantasy critic thing. Like that's the only thing you got
Metroid Prime
going. Is
getting
like maybe
delayed?
they just cancel it because they don't
I
care.
have Silksong.
Oh wow, great.
that's going to do well for you, I bet.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
we should worry about fantasy because like we don't have a full league anymore,
Well, all of us are in it.
Look, I think we should worry about it because there's still a chance I could win.
And I won
I'm
last year.
winning.
I won last year, so I should buy myself a crown.
No, we
That's a
did
good
look at this,
idea.
remember? We did look at this. We almost got like Princess Diana's tiara.
Oh yeah, we
yeah,
did say we
yeah.
were gonna do
Yeah,
that. I think
we went that
actually.
far. Yeah.
And then I made a Diane joke. Yeah. Anyhow, let's see here. September 4th,
I'm
Thursday.
sorry, why isn't Japan like Metroid more? Come on.
That's a fair question. I think that's
Like,
a
what
fair
the hell?
question.
Mike finally taking it out on the Japanese. Go
Like,
ahead and
like
tell
what?
them how you really feel.
Would you like it more? She had horse ears. Is that what it is?
But has anyone? I mean, how do you unpack this? I don't know. But what is the reason? What do you? Does anyone have like an educated guess?
Sean points out that Metroid is very Western sci-fi. Is
yeah.
that
Do they not like Alien over there?
I don't know.
Nah,
Maybe they don't like Alien. Yeah, I guess like Japanese sci-fi more like Gundam. Our sci-fi
Oh.
more aliens.
But what if Lady
She's in a
Gundam?
mech suit, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess I don't see the glaring, maybe should be obvious detail about Metroid that makes
I don't know if it's super obvious. I think it's just like one of those things that fell through the cracks culturally, and so it's kind of been riding on its cultural cachet in the West a little bit. Yeah.
Hey, you know, we like finally caught on to Monster Hunter, and like we're better at Dragon Quest now. Japan, you should get on board with Metroid.
You know what they get on to instead, Mike? American high quality television. They're into
Shit,
they like our prestige
Throw that
dramas.
in the
They love that.
garbage.
Yep.
That's bad. That's gonna ruin you like it ruined us. You're all gonna get depression.
Dude, can you make a 4-hour YouTube video on why
Prestige TV.
stretching out your theory there? That'd be great.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, sure.
You should say, you know what? Just say it causes autism too, and that'll really get you.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll do that.
popular.
No,
You
thank
You'll get a cabinet position with that shit.
Oh, man.
So the game's out Thursday for most of the world. It'll be out Friday for Australia or whatever. But 7 a.m. Pacific time and 10 a.m. Eastern for the United States is when it'll launch. And then like 11 a.m. Brazil, 3 p.m. in the UK, 4 p.m. in Western Europe, and 11 p.m. Japan time.
And on the website giantbomb.com, I plan to be playing a lot of Silksong on its launch day. Yeah,
say what you're gonna call it. Say what you're gonna call it.
it's the Hollow Knight Soak Along, everybody. You can soak along with me. We are going to start. Yeah, we're going to start that maybe 5 p.m. Eastern at the latest, and then I'm going to try to play for like 4 hours, basically. Do a really big chunk there. So, yeah, not too long after.
Does Silk Song Along sound better?
Silk Along.
Silksong?
Insider
Wait, you're
Gaming
right. It is
says...
supposed to be Silk Song Along. I blew it. So that's way better. There we go. Silk Song Along.
Insider Gaming says Rayman is progressing incredibly well. Plus, Rayman 4 is in the planning stages. We learned a few months back that Ubisoft is currently developing a AAA Rayman video game. Fast forward to today, and we've learned that the project is currently progressing incredibly well, according to those familiar with the game's development. Ubisoft has the new Rayman project scheduled for a late 2026 release. Insider Gaming also claims that Ubisoft has already made preliminary plans to develop Rayman 4, though it's not clear how far along those plans are.
I don't believe them.
These are two separate things, and there's a AAA Rayman game and then a Rayman 4.
Right. So does that mean this would be like Rayman 4 would be like a 2D game? Because Rayman 3 is 3D, right?
And see, if you number it like that...
Rayman 2 is 3D, right?
Right, 2 and 3 are 3D. When they went back to 2D, it was just, Rayman... the Legends and Rayman Anniversary, whatever those are called.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, Rayman 4 to me implies 3D, but you say AAA Rayman game, that also implies 3D. People don't usually refer to 2D games as AAA. Yeah, Origins and Legends, that's it, thank you. So, yeah, that's confusing. Unless the AAA game is a remake of 2 or something like that, maybe. I don't know. I could go for some Rayman. Rayman 2 is actually a really good 3D platformer.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'd love to see something.
I mean, it's no Tonic Trouble, again. But yeah, it's all right.
Of course.
Yeah, this is all coming out of Ubisoft Montpellier and Milan. Yeah, they're I guess they're gonna just keep making other games. There's also over Insider Gaming, they did a whole rundown of everything that Ubisoft is making. You won't be surprised that it's the stuff they have been making. More Ghost Recon, more Assassin's Creed. I guess that Splinter Cell remake is still happening before the end of 2027 or fiscal 2027, as well as that Prince of Persia remake. How do you guys feel about the Ubisoft stuff that's not that core trio that they pushed over to that Tencent version of Ubisoft?
Did they bring up Beyond Good and Evil 2?
They did. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is also on this list. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow. I can't believe they still either believe or want us to believe that's a real video game.
Yeah, I mean, just to read off the rest of this list so people know what we're working here with. There's Project Over, that's a Ghost Recon mainline title. Project Hex, the Assassin's Creed title that's set in the Holy Roman Empire. I talked about that before. Project North, that's the Splinter Cell remake. Project Blackbird, the new mainline Far Cry. Project Maverick, Far Cry extraction shooter that you guys have all been clamoring for. There's a Far Cry extraction shooter that's separate from the fucking Division extraction shooter. Whatever.
Cool.
Project Altera, which is Ubisoft's Animal Crossing style game.
That'll go great.
Boy.
That'll go great.
Project Crest, a World War II extraction shooter.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna do a shot if you say the word extraction shooter again. I swear.
Damn it. All right. And then Beyond Good and Evil 2, Project Obsidian is the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake. And then Project Invictus, Assassin's Creed multiplayer.
Should we try to do like a UPF or a stream where we just play an extraction shooter together?
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
It seems like it's a thing or something.
I think what's the big one?
Tarkov?
Tarkov is going to be on Steam soon, I heard. So, or we could do
Tried
Arc Raiders.
Tarkov?
Yeah, I've had two experiences. Like one was when it was just a mode in Division. I was like, whatever. Then I played that Marathon Alpha, and I couldn't believe how boring it was.
Really?
I couldn't believe how much of a nothing burger that experience felt like to me. Maybe there was a marathon
We should
problem.
know, though,
I don't
right?
know.
We should know.
We should
figure
know.
it out.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Christian loves those games. He can be our Sherpa.
Yeah.
Yes, we either we wait for Arc Raiders or we do Tarkov when it hits Steam. I think one of those would be our move here. Okay, let's see here. We did Hollow Knight. We did this. Sony is gunning for the Switch 2 with the handle. I did put this in here. We talked about this a little bit. Then let's hit this last one. Capcom settles it. No, Pragmata isn't a secret Mega Man game. Mike, what do you have to say?
You gotta believe that. Come on. We know how deceptive Capcom has been recently. I know it wasn't technically a lie during Summer Game Fest when they're like, we'll have more to say about Resident Evil in the future. Then like 20 minutes later, we saw the trailer. But of course they're not going to admit it. It's supposed to be a surprise. It's not like, well, you got us. I guess we had to come out and tell you it's a secret Mega Man game. Now, at the same time here.
Okay.
Okay, is this the falling
I
to
hope
earth
everyone
thing?
realizes that I'm having a little bit of fun.
Yeah,
No.
well, that's what I was worried about.
No.
I thought you were always having a little bit of fun, and then the last 30 seconds sounded
Yeah.
dead serious. So
Yeah.
I was worried about you.
Place.
To the
Yeah.
point where I kind of wish this was your conspiracy theory thing that
Yeah.
like you kind of rode into the ground. So if you could keep
Look.
doing that, that'd be great.
I think there's a 10% chance that Pragmat is a secret Mega
That's
game,
high.
which
That's
is
too
pretty
high.
high. But
That's too high.
You put a gun to my head. I don't know if I actually think that's gonna happen. The more exciting thing is that everybody seems very excited about this game when they play
It's
it.
awesome.
I'm pumped. I'm so pumped.
Yep. Really, I just think it's such a good idea for kind of keeping gun combat interesting in a game. All right. Mortal Kombat 2 movie was delayed. They didn't really say why, and I don't know if we've heard any reporting. But it's moved from, let's see, I think it was supposed to be out next month, and now it's coming out in May of next year.
Silksong.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah,
That's
probably.
Getting out of the way,
huge
yeah.
There were posters in my movie
There were
theater for
trailers.
this.
I've seen trailers in movie
There was the
theaters, yeah.
Johnny Cage trailer that was really well received.
Yeah, I'm
People
excited
really
for this
liked that.
movie.
I thought it
Yeah.
looked good, and I hated that first.
I
Mortal
think
Kombat movie.
I think this movie is probably done. I don't think.
So,
Yeah.
I think
okay,
this
so
is
then
like
what do
a
you think is happening
logistic.
here? Do
I
you
think it's a
this is
logistic delay.
Do you think that they like saw the positive feedback where like we could do even more, or do you think like there's a problem?
I don't think those
I
test
mean-
screenings went really poorly, even though the
Could be
trailer
that.
looks good.
It's a not. When was it supposed to come out?
Like next
October
month.
or November. Very
So it's like a
soon.
7 month delay. I don't know. You can't really. I guess you could do a decent amount with a movie by then, but I don't know. It just seems more logistical than technical.
It might be.
Yeah.
It's that boy. That's a big pivot to do this
That's-
late again when all the promotional like toys are going to be coming out for this thing, right? You can't put the brakes on a lot of that.
This is a Warner Brothers joint.
Warner Brothers
Yeah.
joint.
Is this Warner Brothers just being funky again with like
It could be
their movie
honestly.
schedule?
Could be like it could be tax reasons. You're
Yeah,
right.
it could be Hollywood accounting.
Yeah.
It's a weird
Play.
fucking company.
Yes, they
Oh,
just
boy.
bad at what they do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Michael R. O'Leary says they were, quote, trying to avoid a busy calendar, but they had zero competition for 2 weeks when the movie was supposed to come out. So obviously that's bullshit.
Just weird. It just seems weird.
All
I
right,
mean,
and
did they realize they forgot to put Reptile in it?
that's probably it. Yeah.
Oh, they
They
didn't
need to make the
unlock him.
pit. The pit wasn't deep enough.
Yeah, that's right.
Disappointing pit. Everything else was good.
It's like we've heard rumors about this Urbeck. We got to investigate.
Last story here. David Kelly, pioneer of large format cinema. Yes, I said Keeley, right? Did
You
I
said
not say
Kelly. It's
Kelly.
okay.
Okay. Yes, it's David Keeley.
Famous son.
Yes, yeah. Jeff Keighley's dad died at 77, and he was very instrumental into creating IMAX, and like they were him and his wife actually both really important to the IMAX company. So yeah, that is a shame. Shout outs to David Keighley. I almost just said Kelly, even though I didn't try to say that the first time. And rest in peace, absolutely.
Condolences to the family.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reptile was
Jan,
in the first Mortal Kombat movie. I have no
for
memory of that.
for like 5 seconds.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
Back over to you, Jan.
Folks, we're going to take another quick break, and we will be back with emails, YouTube super chats, and maybe a couple more bands. We'll see you right after this. Emails. During the break, I aged 20 years listening to my lovely co-owners talking about old men, I think.
Who was the old
Grumpy old men.
Who was the old guy that went on Fox News and said that he kept himself young by masturbating?
Wilford
It's all of
Brimley?
them, but they won't say it out loud.
That was me. I'm actually 78 years old.
I don't know. That's weird.
It was like they're like, "What's the key to staying young?"
Is it
And he
Ed
like
Asner?
no, it was he like whispers,
Ernest Borgnine?
whispers right into the microphone. I masturbate a lot.
Ernest Borgnine.
Ernest Borgnine, yeah.
That's the most old guy name ever.
yes,
that's
and
an
he's
old
like,
man.
Burgess
fucking
Meredith
name.
is up there, but
but Ernest Borgnine's got him.
I remember I was listening to like daytime radio once, and like the it was just like your classic, like, "Hey, we're talking here, blah blah blah. How do you stay up on a long drive?" And then like someone calls in, and it's like, "Hey, first time, long time. Sometimes I'm a truck driver by trade. Sometimes I'm just jerking it
in a moving vehicle?
in a moving vehicle." And
If
then
you're
like
a
the
truck
host
driver, you don't need two
bad
hands the whole
idea.
time on that thing.
Yeah.
and the hosts were like, "Oh shit, did he just say jerking it?"
Oh shit!
It was great. Anyway, emails. Don't write. Please type your emails with both hands, please. Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. Write in about any and everything. We say something funny on a show or the podcast. Write in about it. You got a fun quiz? Write in about it. You got I don't know. You got a question? Maybe you got a compliment. Write in about it. First email comes from Brad in Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls.
Sioux Falls.
I don't care. It's not that I don't care about you, Dan. I just want.
Sure.
He
felt
doesn't
rude.
care about the
Okay.
Sioux people.
You're right.
Yes.
We heard him.
Hey, Jan, you mentioned ear candles on something recently. I'm sure you've gotten a bazillion emails about this, but don't do it. In theory, it's supposed to pull earwax out of your ears into the candle, but in practice, it's a funnel covered in beeswax that melts down and just looks like the grossest earwax ever. Also, if you're unlucky, some of that melted beeswax will drip directly into your eardrum, which probably sucks pretty bad. If you have any earwax issues, please see a real doctor, not a chiropractor or some other homeopath. I can say that because my sister is a chiropractor. Yours in earwax, Brad from Sioux Falls?
Sioux Falls.
Is that Suey? Suey?
So wait, they're saying it's completely gimmicked, that it melts down and the gross stuff is in there to make it feel like you got stuff out, but it was like a work the whole time. That's the kind of snake oil that I
That's
love.
Straight up snake oil.
Yeah, so it's like there was these like foot pads that like got the toxins out of you, but someone proved like if you just get them wet, they look dirty, and that the toxins are already in there. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Anytime
Christ.
people say the word toxins, I
Yep.
start crooking my eyebrow a little
Sure.
bit, you know?
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
I had to get my dad to help with my earwax recently, like, as I did the stupid thing. It felt a little heavy in there, and I got the cotton swab. You're not supposed to, but I put it in there, and I actually just like couldn't hear it out of the ear anymore. I had jammed it in there so bad.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I had to go to my dad, and he got in there. He got basically like a water gun and was
Right.
just squirting it. like
Water
yeah,
pick. Yeah, just
No, it feels
in there.
great. I
Oh,
love that.
such a relief when like it finally just felt it like crack open.
Oh.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Go to that ENT. They have
Yeah.
a vacuum now too. Lately, they've been using the vacuum instead of the water. So
Ooh.
it's like a little tiny thing
Oh.
they put in there, and it actually just goes on your like eardrums. Like, you just hear it all sucking out. Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus. I
so
gotta get that
sounds
done.
amazing. I want that. You know how people go to like a chiropractor to get like that cracking feeling?
Sure.
I just want to go to like a ENT to just get that.
Yeah.
good.
Are the hoops okay? Because I get those from like a Walgreens. It's just like a little circle you put it in, you twirl it around, you get some
I think
earwax
those are
out.
fine.
I did get a little blood last
I'm
time.
no expert.
Well, maybe you went too hard.
You
I
go
went
to
too
an
hard.
ENT. I spent a lot of time with ENTs with my surgery last year, and it's just like a lot of those gimmicks and stuff. Like Kayla got me some things she found on TikTok that was like a camera that goes in and you can scoop your own wax out and stuff. And I would bring it by my ENT, and they'd just be like, just come here.
Just come here.
Yeah,
Just go to the doctor, it turns out.
yeah. Turns out.
Nick from
How
Australia.
will I find a doctor?
Daddy. Nick from Australia writes in, "Hey, Bombers. I just found out that earlier this year, Taco Bell Australia's owners announced they are closing down the chain and will sell any individual restaurants if they can find a buyer. This is the second time Taco Bell has tried to get a foothold in Australia after opening some stores in the 90s and also having to shut down the chain. The major U.S. restaurants that have succeeded in Australia, like McDonald's, KFC, Hungry Jack's, Burger King's Australian name, and Domino's, have all made big changes to adapt to the market. Taco Bell and the struggling Wendy's and Carl's Jr. have not adapted, but rather just copy and pasted the U.S. menu and business model over to Australia. I thought it'd be fun given Dan is a massive Taco Bell mark, if he tried to figure out how to change the Taco Bell menu and business model to suit the Australian market despite having no knowledge of what does and doesn't work here.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, do we have any info about like how they changed these other rrestaurants changed? Or
Yeah.
maybe they said that.
I will, on my own, research what the McDonald's Australia menu looks like.
Okay. So the question, so Dan, how would you make Taco Bell a profitable growing chain in Australia if you were made CEO?
Quesaroos. It's kangaroo quesadillas.
Oh, come
Or
on. This was like literally like,
Kangadilla?
he's not just going to suggest they eat kangaroos at least, right?
Quesadingo?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh, this dingo ate my baby.
Yeah.
no.
You eat the quesadingo.
Or
Yeah, now the baby
or
can
the
get
dingo,
revenge.
the dingo replaces the Taco Bell Chihuahua
Okay.
Why
Does
are we
he-
allowing
Does
all
he
this?
speak Spanish?
with an Australian accent.
Okay. Now I'm really on board.
Okay. Yeah. I think we got something.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing too much different about this McDonald's menu, besides for the Brekkie McWrap and a lot of things named Brekkie.
Well, did you ask AI?
No, I went to their website. I'm doing my own research. Yeah. I do like the name Brekkie McWrap. It's like a wrap, but with ham and eggs in there. Some other gross looking stuff. Okay, it's crunchy hash brown, perfectly cooked egg, rasher bacon,
What?
cheese, and ketchup. They just put ketchup in it?
In it. Oh.
What's rasher bacon? Do you think that's what they call Canadian bacon?
I think it's like, is it not ham?
I don't know
Looks
what
like
that
ham.
is.
It looks
Well,
like a
Canadian
back
bacon's
bacon
ham,
kind of
right? Yeah.
thing.
Fatback bacon?
Rasher.
That's what Dirty
Yeah, this
Eddie
is back
says.
bacon for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, back bacon. Worst bacon. But yeah, otherwise, I don't know. They have those cookies that look pretty good. I think we had these cookies when we were in England too. Oh, you could just get. Oh, you just have sandwiches. Oh, you could just get like a ham and cheese tomato sandwich at Australia McDonald's. They call them toasties. You could just get a grilled cheese sandwich. It's called a cheese toasty and a ham and cheese pocket. Okay, this menu's getting weirder the further down I go. You can get Earl Grey tea.
That's terrifying.
This is wild.
That
There's
is
a lot
terrifying.
of shakes. There's a lot of drink options here. They have ranch.
It's an Australian
thank God.
kebab.
They still have McGriddles. They still have the essentials, so it's looking fine.
Oh, it's like shawarma. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I just don't know if McDonald's can make. I don't know why Wendy's is struggling, especially if they
Well,
have
they're
a
saying-
Burger King equivalent doing well. Because Burger King is just embarrassing these days.
Well, they said that
always been
these
bad.
other ones made changes and Wendy's didn't. So
Yeah. Wendy's is fine. Well, they used to be fine. Wendy's is kind of gone. Then what's the
Whoa.
Arby's situation like in Australia?
I don't
Yeah.
think it's doing well. I'm going to say that.
Damn,
darn it.
they have the
Sorry.
meats.
Sorry.
You said something bad about Wendy's, and we all just like,
Oh, I don't know. I loved Wendy's a lot as a kid. It might be. I think it's a me thing. I don't think it's Wendy's fault, but
No,
I
I'm
love
pretty sure it's a
these
Wendy's
great.
thing. I think it's no, Mike. You're right. Wendy's has fallen off.
yeah, but like what to if we're talking about like the burger, like we're not putting in the same category as like a Five Guys or something like that.
No.
but I'm
If
just
it's
saying,
McDonald's and Wendy's, right?
Wendy's was definitely like up there with like all those stuff. Like people would be like in and out. It's like no, Wendy's is just as good. And now it's like I don't know, the
now,
quality's gone.
I'm not getting a fast food cheeseburger very often anymore. And if I am,
Sure.
it's like I think if I'm gonna treat myself, I think I'll go to McDonald's. Actually.
Okay, understood.
We have something called Swenson's, which is like a drive-in thing. So that's a very good fast food style burger. I actually went there last night. It was like, it's a holiday. I'm going to Swenson's. They have the Galley Boy, the special double cheeseburger they had there. It's got two sauces. It has this kind of like sweet barbecue sauce and has a tangy kind of little relishy something there too. It's good.
Do they actually put like an
Yeah.
olive on it?
I take that off and I throw it in the garbage, but they put an olive and a toothpick on top of it.
They were doing
fun little
deep
snack.
fried olives on a stick at the state fair, and that did
course
not
they
sound
were.
good.
I'd
to
fuck
me.
with that. Hell
You
yeah.
would?
That's
Oh, hell yeah.
I'd fuck with
yeah.
that heavy.
Are you
Oh
kidding me?
my,
100%.
really?
100%.
That did not sound good to me.
All right, moving along. Simon from the Netherlands writes in, "Hey crew, it's pretty cool that I can listen to a podcast or music anywhere I go these days. It wasn't like that growing up.
Dad,
There
is
were-
that you?
There were
Yeah.
way more limitations. What was your first personal audio device? Walkman, Discman? What was your favorite? Best regards, Simon from the Netherlands."
Walkman for sure.
Yeah, I
Some knockoff Walkman.
had a CD player Walkman. I might have had something before that, but I definitely remember my Walkman CD player fondly.
I had like a
Hit
little
clips,
boombox.
baby. Hit
Oh,
clips.
yeah.
You get a minute of a song.
Not
I
even
had
the
a-
full.
Boombox that didn't play CDs. It just had 2 cassettes or maybe one
Sure.
cassette thing. But it didn't advertise this, but it could record stuff. And there wasn't
Yeah.
like an obvious microphone. It's just you would hit play and record and talk into like the speakers, I guess. So like I mainly used it to play WWF Raw on Genesis. And that was my way before they did the WWF the music things.
Right.
Where I'd like record the MIDI version of Shawn
yeah.
Michaels theme by holding my boombox up to the CRT while I played Sexy Boy so then I could hear wrestling entrance music anytime.
I've got a ton of cassettes somewhere.
Yeah.
I assume it's in my basement of me playing DJ with record because you said I bet there might have been a little dot somewhere on the front of that boombox that said MIC because that's how I remember it.
Yeah,
Where,
yeah,
like,
a
you
little,
knew-
yes. Yeah, not
like
like
that-
a mic that stood off or anything
Exactly,
like that.
like that's where you were meant to speak, and I would just like record off the radio and,
God,
and do my
Same.
own intro.
I would call in to the radio stations and it would be busy. So you'd call like 20 times to request a song. And if you got it through, it could take 2 hours. So you're just
Yeah.
sitting by the fucking boombox waiting to hit record when they play, the Chronic. And that's an insane way to get music.
I didn't even have a boombox. It was like a little tape deck thing, like just like a little skinny thing, but it was kind of long. I mean, it makes it sound like it was small, but it wasn't. But it was like meant for recording or taking notes or something like that.
Yeah.
And I would use that to
Yeah.
play music and record stuff off the radio and record
Sure.
my voice and things like that.
God, I just found like a picture of the like Walkman CD players, and it activated me in a way I wasn't
Discmans.
expecting.
Yeah,
The Discman,
some of those
yeah.
those yellow Sony Sport Discmans, those are really cool.
The anti-skip technology.
Yeah,
you
like
really had to have the
7
buffer in
seconds.
there.
I'd shake the shit out of that thing and be like, "It's not skipping at all. This is amazing." you
So
know?
wait, what was your guys' favorite like personal audio device before cell phones?
Oh, probably that Discman, where like,
I never had the actual Discman, but it's a portable CD player.
yeah,
I liked my iPod, but I think my MP3 CD player where I could burn MP3s onto a disc so I could have hundreds of them on there.
oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
That
Those were
was
cool.
pretty good, and
I
that
had
because
a-
the files were so small, they could all go into
Yes.
memory, so
Yep.
there was no skipping.
In high school, the head unit in my car was an
Yeah.
MP3 player
Yeah, that rules.
that could read CDs, and that was like game changing.
Yep.
AJ, are you listening? What was that weird early MP3 player you had? I think it was cool.
I mean,
Rio Diamond.
Sounds right, honestly.
The first iPod I ever had was the one with like the 4 red buttons, the capacitive red buttons
I
on
think my
top.
first one was the first with the click wheel.
Yeah,
I had the
they
click
were
wheel.
cool, man. Those are fucking cool.
Yeah.
My favorite portable music player was one of my favorite phones growing up. It was the Motorola Rocker. E1.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
It
Jan.
had like iTunes on it, which was like apparently weird for any other phone.
It was like a cousin of the Razor, right?
yeah, because they omitted like the last vowel as well.
Right. Uh-huh.
It's crazy that as recently as like 2008, I had like a Windows phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
I
I
got a
was
Windows
like-
phone around then, and I turned it into an Android. Actually,
Yes.
I swapped out the OSs.
My God, the worst experience imaginable.
I love when I meet like a Windows Phone diehard in real life. I'm like, you are a true psychopath.
Yeah,
among
like
us.
you're just lying to yourself,
Yeah.
buddy. There was no fun to be had using that thing at all. And it had sort of like the sidekick thing where it didn't flip around and corner out like a boomerang, but it just sort of like lifted up.
Yeah.
And oh, what a miserable, miserable thing that was.
Are people still buying like dedicated MP3 players? And
Like,
just,
the Hideo Kojimas of the world, he's got like a Sony
Sure.
Walkman MP3 player that like has special DACs in them and things like that. That or maybe they could play Og of Orbis files and shit like that. There's definitely something to be said for when I did have that iPod and I used my Koss Porta Pro headphones with them, which were like the first decent headphones I'd ever used. It's like, oh, I actually am hearing stuff in this Pink Floyd album I had never heard before.
Sure,
It was
yeah.
like, oh yeah, having good quality stuff does make a difference for audio.
Definitely.
all right, moving down the email thread, Danny from Bunyan writes in, "Hi team. Over the years, I've often heard tales of Dan's legendary Soul Calibur skills, and I've always wondered, has Dan ever won an official Soul Calibur tournament? If not, would you be willing to accept the challenge? Thanks heaps. Love your work, Danny from Bunyan."
Yes, I would accept that challenge, specifically if it's a Soul Calibur 1 tournament. That's the one that I really spent the time learning like every character on. I am good at the other ones. I'm nowhere near like confident with 2. I did when it came out. I was in the dorms and I printed up flyers and I put them on the elevators in every dorm at KU. In fact, if Desky Fam is in the chat, Desky Fam partook in this tournament, and it was like a $5 or $10 entry, or it was like 10 and you could buy back in or something. And so yeah, I got a ton of people together to do one. I brought a big whiteboard into the lobby of my dorm, and I won. So I basically put the whole tournament together and took everyone's
So you
money.
could win. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I did the same thing in the neighborhood with like Mortal Kombat on Genesis in like the early 90s. But no, the first one I have not, but I would 100% if we were at some event and there was some Soul Calibur tournament, I would super enter that.
Let's just make one.
You like to do the 8v8 random characters.
Team battle random.
Yeah. But you don't need that, right? So if you entered a tournament and you had a main, you would be fine, you think?
I would try it, but like I really do think like my skills in that game shine when it's like I can take any 8 random characters and I know my stuff I do with everyone, you know? It's definitely the game I think I'm best at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kenny writes in, Jan, I thought you'd like to know Anthony Mackie stole Cut the Check. They provide a YouTube link. Please make sure you take it back or invite him onto the dump truck. Kenny.
Okay.
I'll just, you know what? I'm fine being the Anthony Mackie of Giant Bomb. I'm cool with that.
Always have been, yep.
Thank you very much. All right. Tom from St. Catharines writes in, what's up, Bombinos? After talking about it for years and a little inspiration from Mr. Grubb, who's looking snatched as hell lately, I finally started eating better and exercising. Over the last 2 months, I've dropped around 25 pounds. Hey,
hell yeah,
congrats,
brother.
dog.
Cool.
In between bouts of dieting, I've built in what I've been calling debauchery days, where I just do cocaine and see a bunch of exotic dancers. No, they don't write that in.
I was like, wait, what?
So I thought I'd turn to the food crime extraordinaires. If you were to build your perfect day of takeout/garbage food, what would your breakfast, lunch, and dinner look like? Thanks. Love ya. Kissy face emoji. All from St. Catharines. Sent from my iPhone.
I think breakfast would be air fried leftover Taco Bell from the night before. So like quesadilla, a couple burritos and stuff like that.
You meal
Absolutely. Yeah, because I don't like the actual if I go to Taco Bell and it's just like breakfast stuff. I mean, it's fine, but like I want the
stuff
dinner
is
stuff.
gone. I think they're already done with that.
No, they do that. They do the breakfast. We had it a
AJ
month
was
ago.
misinformed then. He's
Yeah.
whining to me the other day about how it's gone.
It could
Oh,
be done
no.
his Taco Bell.
So yeah, leftover Taco Bell for breakfast. Lunch, I think getting a big going to a barbecue place in Kansas City. That's not really garbage food, but like just go nuts on some burnt ends and fries. And then dinner, boy, I'm big on the Jets pizza now.
Yeah, I had it recently. I'm glad I converted Dan to the Church of Turbo Crust.
An 8-corner turbo crust. Oh my God, those are just the most substantial pieces. I love it.
Yeah. Probably doing McDonald's breakfast, getting my sausage McMuffins. That's my favorite breakfast. Lunch at Arby's, beef and cheddars, maybe some mozzarella sticks. For dinner, I think I just want a large stuffed crust barbecue chicken pizza from Papa John's. No onions, please. I'm not trying to eat vegetables today.
Beef fast. Oh, Grub, you go ahead.
I was mostly going to be similar to these guys. And then throw me in a big burrito in there somewhere. That's probably like my favorite food.
Well, there we go. I'm going to skip beef fast entirely. I'm sorry if that breaks the rules of debauchery day. Go for a stacked mission-style burrito.
Hell yeah.
For lunch, and maybe that leaks into dinner. And then for dinner, gotta do wings, boys. Gotta do some wings.
I agree.
Wingies.
Yep.
Wingies, yeah. Durf.
I've just been thinking about this for like 45 seconds now. In this case,
smoothies.
Yeah. In this case, no, smoothies are not debaucherous. They're not going in the menu. In this, fantasy sort of world where like no consequences and exist and I can physically handle the amount of calories and sort of intake that we're dealing with here. I'd start off with like a very large like bacon, egg, and cheese on a biscuit. Like not McDonald's bullshit, like a proper homemade country biscuit, like a big boy. One the size of like a coaster, maybe a little bigger than that.
Yeah.
Start things off there. For lunch, I'm going to keep it a little more grounded in reality with like an oversized lobster roll. Just a real big, I'm going to ask for some of that brown sugar, like the ones we get in Boston. There's something special about those up there. But warm. We're doing butter. We're not doing cold. We're doing warm.
Oh, that's the move. Yeah.
And then for dinner, we're probably going to do like some kind of like chicken saltimbocca, I want the fried chicken cutlet, and then I want prosciutto, and then I want mozzarella, and then I want like buttery garlic pasta, and just get all that going on the top there. Like I think that's what I want. That's like the perfect day. That's one day. I could do another day, but that's the one day.
Hey, next time we see each other, what about we all have 4 debauchery days in a row? Where
No.
One person determines the menu.
We can't. We'll die. We'll just die.
No, I'm ready for it.
I'm not ready to die for that. No.
You know how the in weddings recently, like the groom's cocktail, the bride's cocktail has become a thing?
Yeah.
I've put a lot of thought into mine. Would you all like to guess what mine would be?
Yeah, please. Is there any coffee in it?
No coffee at all.
Lumpia.
That you can't shoot lumpia. Well, maybe you could.
Is it beer ice cream, but it's not really ice cream?
No, we can't relitigate this.
Look it up. Check the super chat.
Calm down.
There's
It's
already-
coming on.
there's already- Okay.
Wait 2
I
minutes,
was right.
Dan.
You all acted like I was a fool.
We'll get there.
Oh, we'll get there.
You are a fool.
This
We don't
happens a
act
lot.
like it. We know this.
You
This
were still
happens
a
a
fool.
lot.
Just because a random asshole on the internet says you're right doesn't
there
mean
are
you're
links.
right.
There
Wait,
are
we'll
links.
get into it. Jan, what's
I'm
in your
so
cocktail?
sorry.
I can't
I'm so
guess.
sorry,
I
Jan.
don't know.
2 shots of Hennessy.
2 shots.
Okay.
Exactly. You
makes
go
sense. I
up
should've
to the
guessed
bar and you're like, "Oh, can I get the gin?" It's like, "Oh, I just want 1 shot." No. You have to take both. All right. No chase. 2 shots of Henny.
Oof, 2 shot. That's rough, buddy.
Because anything's possible, baby.
I understand, but like
Kevin
the
Burnett.
days of just like raw dogging liquor like that, like I don't
That's
know.
rough.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm with you back. Like, no shots.
You're not raw dogging liquor when you're with
I mean-
me, baby.
I
could
guess
sip
you're
some
right.
bourbon or scotch, but I'm not shooting anything.
You
anymore.
are the something sweet that makes it go down a little more smooth. Am I right?
Mwah.
Jan, I'll take it with you.
Fantastic. I've learned I can't refuse a shot. Anyway.
There's a certain point of the night where you should be refusing a shot.
Jan,
It feels
if you had to-
rude, though.
If you had to make a guess a personality trait of yours, it would have been that you don't refuse shots, that you're incapable of doing
I would have
it.
said a shot of espresso. I didn't know about any though.
I'll shoot anything, baby. Last email of the show. Once again, the email address is bombcast@giantbomb.com. Last emailer writes in, Mike from Loveland. It's time to open a new front, the Revolutionary War. What is everyone but Mike and Dan's opinion of the objectively successful Smash musical, Hamilton? Love the show. Love you all. Oh, Mike from Loveland.
It's fantastic. I love Hamilton. I'll watch that probably like once a year.
Yeah, it's extremely good. I don't think it probably doesn't like register in the top 10 Broadway stuff for me, but like I can appreciate it. I think I think it's very, very good.
I absolutely love Hamilton. It made me feel more comfortable in my skin as a person of color, but also, I said this over the weekend to our dear friend Bailey Myers, I think it is a cultural 9/11.
A cultural 9/11? No, I
Thank
actually
you.
think the real 9/11 did more damage to our culture than
It's the
Hamilton.
experts are still debating.
All right, Mikey, hit me with some super chats if we got any.
We sure do. Thank you so much, everybody, for sending those in. That boy Jerry says, you all start late because Dan pooped his pants again?
I haven't pooped since Sunday, and I've never pooped my pants.
I was gonna say he's famous for never having pooped his pants.
It's my main
In
thing.
fact, he's told us multiple times today that he's constipated, if anything.
Yeah.
No, honestly, that's more the issue.
Yeah, Kitty Cat Man 93 says, did anybody do Miniature Boy Mitch Tolkoto yet?
What the hell's that?
It's capitalized, Miniature Boy. I don't know if that helps.
Is that a thing?
Is this a
I'm not gonna
thing?
Google miniature boy.
What?
Oh,
miniature?
no. I don't know what this is.
What is
Hang
it?
on. Hang on. Chat says you haven't pooped since Sunday. That's not the weird thing. It's
No, that's
I
weird,
haven't pooped
bud.
since the state fair, but like I didn't poop for like a week not too long ago. So,
What?
That's not
Are you
okay.
That's real
That's
bad,
not good.
man.
That was
Did you tell
constipation, right?
anyone about this?
Did you not feel
this
good?
was a while ago. Yeah, I didn't like it.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I think now it's like not pooping in 2 days isn't the craziest thing. I think the fact that I did the state fair yesterday and ate all that shit. and
Like,
hadn't
if
pooped
I'm a
any of it.
doctor, right, which I'm not, and you said you came in for a physical and you told me that, it would make me perk up. I'd be
Yeah?
like, excuse me?
Like,
A
does
week?
your tummy hurt? Then it's not a problem until your tummy
I'm
hurts.
good. I'm good.
Not a problem until your tummy hurts.
Are you
Totally
like
fine.
burping a lot?
You go poop when you have to
I
go
have
poop.
a
If
lot
you
of
don't go poop, you don't go
reflux.
poop.
I got a lot of reflux stuff, and I don't know. It's not really burps, you know.
If you legit 7 days,
Yeah,
Well-
I mean, this was months ago, but yeah, it was like 7 days.
buddy,
No, 7 days is a problem. Yeah.
I'm not trying
Yeah.
to like be hyperbolic. Like, that's real bad, man.
Well, my dad
Well-
went longer a couple years ago.
I don't
and
care.
They had to X-ray him, and they were like, "You are literally filled with shit."
Yeah, I get it, haha. But like,
No, yeah,
not a
constipation's
joke.
bad. Like, what I thought we were talking about, like a day of not pooping. Still, okay, yeah, the 7 days, that's a problem. Yeah,
That was a while
Start-
ago. though. That
listen,
was
that's,
months
Star
ago.
that's just like being constipated. Like,
Star stuff's like, I'm an ER nurse working on my doctorate. 3 days is the point where you get worried. 7 days is a all caps problem.
Yeah,
Yes.
and again, we're at like a couple days now. In the 7 days, I got passed. So yeah,
I assume so.
yeah.
Martin Hollis says, had Dr. Pepper flavored at my birthday night out. Does it say Dr. Pepper flavored what? Well, I'll just get it again. It was 8%. It just tastes like Dr. Pepper. I think it was beer.
I think it was cocaine.
What's the most dangerous, easy to drink booze? You've had, I mean, most tiki drinks are like that.
Yeah,
right?
the
Yeah.
pina colada, the Miami Vices, all that shit where it's just primarily sugar and you're just going nuts on whatever the fuck it's mixed with. That's
Yeah.
trouble.
I forgot to mention I made a quick stop, which was a very long stop actually, to Disneyland this weekend, and I went to Oga's Cantina, and my party was it's like generally most of the places is bar standing seating or whatever.
Yeah.
And the group sitting next to me, the lady looks over at me, like nods her head, and was like, "You trying to drink?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's why we're all here, right?" Yeah, but it's 2 max per person, and my friend, she's not gonna drink, but I'm gonna have her drinks, so I'm gonna get 4. I'm gonna get 4 drinks.
Who else is telling you this?
And this is like 10 a.m. also.
Hell yes. Did you hang out with them for the rest of the day? You should have.
No, but I cheers her 4 times.
Yes.
It was
Oh
great.
my God, incredible.
Oh, God.
How many jet juices did she have? That's what got, the last time I got sick drunk was at Oga's.
That's a very funny thing to say.
Man, this sentence is gonna sound really bad, but she asked if she could take a sip of my yub nub, and I told her no. I don't know.
Yeah. No thanks, lady.
Yeah, I'm spoken for, actually.
Yeah, you can't let a stranger touch your yub nub.
Yeah.
Minotti's Fruit Emporium says, here at Minotti's Fruit Emporium, we would like to recognize our favorite employee, Jan. He does so much work, it would drive someone bananas, which are currently $2.99 a bunch at Minotti's Fruit Emporium.
You got a fruit emporium?
No.
Says here you do.
Actual shouts out to Sean for holding everything down while I was
Yeah,
gone.
thanks,
Yes,
Sean.
thank
He
you.
did a great job.
Yes.
All right.
Shouts out to Sean.
All right, now everyone just calm down. Zero
Should you
says,
save that for last? Should you save that for last?
It's too late. It's too late. We gotta get into it. We gotta into it now. I have to say this: the beer ice cream is simply beer in a non-liquid form. It
Yeah.
resembles ice cream, but
Yeah,
it is
okay.
no way actually ice cream. Dan was right.
This was not the issue.
Yeah, this wasn't the issue. Once again.
Wait a second. Wait,
Once
I looked
again.
I did my own research while peeing during a break. There's no dairy products in this product.
Okay.
Right, but is it soft serve or not?
It looks like soft.
So
serve.
yeah, that's what we were talking about.
It's not ice cream,
Exactly.
though. It's beer. It's soft serve beer. It's not ice cream.
Right,
Yeah,
but, it's
okay.
like, but when I was asking if it's a liquid or not, you were like, no, it's beer. And I'm like, that's why I was confused.
Exactly.
Beer
That-
in
I was
soft
confused
serve
by the
form.
way you
Check
but
the
you
tape.
you
My
didn't-
story hasn't changed.
You never said beer in soft serve form like that. Like you would say it's beer, or you were like, it looks like ice cream, but it's not ice cream, it's beer. And I'm like, okay,
It's soft
but
serve
it looks
beer.
like Right. Okay. That's all I was asking. We never got there.
That's what I said from the beginning. Check the tape.
No, you just have a terrible way of talking sometimes, and that's
Check
why.
the tape. I
that's
was not
why
wrong
Grub.
with
You
anything
said they
I
were
said.
literally making it by churning it, and then you're like, it's
There was
not
a
ice
guy
cream.
doing a thing.
Yeah, that's
There was a guy doing a thing.
Okay,
Why
okay.
can't you understand me? There was a guy doing a thing.
If we rewound the conversation and we started
Yeah.
again, Dan, would you say it's closer to like a slushy than ice cream?
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's
a good
lot like
question.
ice cream.
It's a lot like ice cream.
It's a lot like ice cream. Got it. Okay.
It looks like in a police lineup, you would say that's ice
Yeah,
cream.
but what about
So
like
I
when
was-
you put it in your mouth, the mouthfeel?
It's like raspberry beer.
Right.
Mouthfeel?
Wait, it
wise?
feels like beer?
He doesn't know what mouthfeel
Mouthfeel?
means.
No, it feels like ice cream in your mouth.
That's what I just asked.
I was just confused about
Asshole.
the state of its organic
Soft
matter.
serve. I
Yes,
said it.
right. I was, and I was like, so is
Soft
it like
serve's
ice cream? And you were like, no,
No,
it's beer.
it's not. Ice cream implies dairy, you fool.
Soft serve can have dairy in it.
Yeah,
It
and there's
usually
also
does.
non-dairy ice cream. You're a fucking
There's
idiot.
not dairy
What
ice
do
cream.
It's not ice cream.
I
Oh my
was
God.
just
Sounds like
confused
ice cream.
about its state of matter.
Yeah,
That's all.
exactly.
And I was
You
like,
just
is it
can't
liquid
talk.
or
I
is
said
it
soft
is
serve.
it like ice cream?
I said soft serve.
And you just kept saying it's beer.
Okay,
And
and
then,
that's
he,
why
and, then he
Robert-
brings, and then he brings up this non-dairy shit as if like that's the thing that everyone
that was not-
thinking
it was
about. No
never
one
out- we were talking
cares.
about
Soft serve from the beginning.
No one cares.
Dan, you looked at inside. What are you thinking, buddy?
What's the next super chat, Mike?
Yeah,
Next super
good
chat
good
here
idea.
is from the dubious food, which I think the dubious food is this ice cream or not ice cream. GB, my prez is Sicky Poo, and I think I need a new one. Oh, don't worry, I got a backup way for you, boy. You're gonna like him.
What is Sicky Poo?
The prez.
This Prez.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I hope he fucking falls down a flight of stairs.
Yeah. Well, then who's Dan gonna vote for?
Oh! Poip says congrats on Bombcast 906. 906 is the area code for the entire Upper Peninsula of Michigan, where I'm from. And this Saturday is 906, September 6th. Cheers. Well, cheers to you,
Upper
Poip.
Peninsula
It's
Day.
Yeah, all our Upper Peninsula Michigan friends. Thank you.
12 of them.
Yeah. Rio Raku says, as Mike heard of the YouTube channel Defunct Land, not even a big Disney guy, but those videos are rad. I think they'd be right up Mike's alley. Oh, yeah, I know. I knew Defunct Land before he was pop, before all the Norbies found Defunct Land.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Do 5 minutes on that. Let's hear that.
No. He's, his stuff is very good. It is interesting because he has reached a more mainstream audience. A lot of people, those videos.
That stuff's interesting. Yeah.
He did like that great video just about where did the Disney Channel jingle come from, right? And it was great. So yeah, big. I like Defunctland. There's like a lot of Defunctland imitators, and a lot of them are actually pretty good too. So yeah, I like that whole genre. I actually don't watch as many of them as I used to. I kind of did get to a point, not to sound obnoxious, but it's like,
Too late.
I already know this. I already know this. I
Hey,
already know that.
Do you, if you saw like a Disney creator in real life, who's the one that would make you like fan out?
Probably AJ from the Disney Food blog, even though we only got a face reveal very recently because she just released a book.
Oh.
She just released a book, so she finally showed her face to promote the book.
I thought you were talking about your brother, and your brother had a side.
And you had never seen your brother's face.
This is a different AJ. Maybe Molly from formerly of All Ears and now of Mammoth Club. I don't know. Molly was more camera forward, so I just would recognize her face more.
Legitimate question, Mike. How much beef is there with like Disneyland and Disney World content creators?
There must be.
I know there's some.
There has to be.
Amongst the Disneyland and Disney World types,
I know
mean,
there's some.
beef between the content creators. There's some beef with, like, I've heard from certain people that some of those content creators, people who are not very nice, perhaps, to people who work at Disney. So there's beefs all over the place.
I know Jenny got some beef for her the Star Wars hotel video from other creators who like took that money and were like,
there's a lot of
That's
Jenny
what
is
he's
very good
asking.
and very popular, so a lot
Yeah.
of people are gonna be mad at her for stupid reasons for sure.
yeah.
I love
wanna
that
s-
shit.
I want to say, I'm sorry Backlar couldn't join us, but the day that I had with y'all at Disneyland, one of the best trips I've
Oh,
ever
yeah.
had.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
Christ.
Great.
That was a really great time.
Was there? You had to twist that knife
Hey,
for no
Dan
reason.
had to leave early too. He missed out
Yeah.
a little. Yeah. Look, hey, I'll go to Disney whenever you guys want. You tell me which park. You tell me what day. I'll be there.
I actually think Dib doesn't know this, but I think I'm going back
Just
Yeah.
you?
next year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Steph wants to go too next year. Yeah.
Let's go. My annual pass lasts till May, and I think, and you know what? Maybe I'll renew that thing. I like getting a lot of use out of it. Been going to Orlando a lot more recently too, for reasons. So hey,
Maybe we take a family trip, all of us together.
Yeah, we should.
wow.
Could be fun.
I did. It seems like it's probably gonna be hard to make happen. We got other things going on, but I did want to do Halloween Horror Nights at
I
Universal.
know that would have been fun.
But busy.
Mikey, is that it for Super Chats?
That's it for Super Chats. Thank you so much, everybody. Really appreciate it.
This is on the mouth to all of you. Thank you so much for all of that. And thank you for your emails. And thank you for listening to the Giant Bombcast. Gang, what do we got going on for the rest of this week? Game Mess mornings popping off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
That's right.
Tomorrow, though, actually later today, we're going to redo Mist because we missed it yesterday. Mikey's also going to do Wega Man tomorrow evening. But Mike Minotti begins a brand new season of Blight Club.
Right. Yes, the Saturn is all primed and ready to go.
Did your costume arrive? It should be there today.
I haven't looked in the front door yet today, so I'll check in a moment. Yeah, I bet it's here. So
What do you
should
think
be
your
good.
costume's going to be?
I mean, I assume I'm dressing up like a knight, and I'm going to be called Sir Mitch or something. It's either that or one of those inflatable, like what Jeff had, but I'm a dragon. Might be that. I think, honestly, the way you guys are reacting, I feel like there's a very good chance I'm a dragon.
Okay.
I'm a fucking dragon. I'm like, God damn it.
All right. Yeah, I saw
I'm
it
not
this
I
morning.
don't think you're dressing me up like the princess.
Moving on to Thursday, voicemail dump truck popping off. Mike Minotti is going to do the Hollow Knight Silk Song Along. In the calendar here, it's Silk Song. Yeah, okay, Silk Song Along.
I fixed
as
it.
well.
I fixed it. Don't worry.
And if you are a premium member, we're going to be having a Discord town hall. So come through. We'll answer some Qs, whatever you got about the website, about us, whatever miscellaneous things you got going on, please tune in for that.
Shouldn't it be Silk Sing Along so it doesn't suck to say?
Song along's fun to say. Song alongs.
I don't like the way it
Silk
sounds.
Sing along. Wait, no.
Well, you
you're
can
not
play
singing.
Silk Song for 4 hours straight,
Well,
and
he's
then tell me
definitely
that you
gonna
don't like
sing
it
at
for
some
some
point.
reason.
And to end the week, we were going to have Unprofessional Fridays as always. Current plans are to play Friends versus Friends. But hey, card subject to change. Gang, anything else popping off that we want to talk about?
Yeah, just you mentioned it, but yeah, we're doing Monday mornings Miss with Mitch on a Tuesday here, playing more Riven. We're doing that at 4 p.m. Eastern. So excited for that. We're in the midst of a very deep and involved puzzle at the moment, which we half solved last time. So excited to pick that back up.
And I'll try to fix Skies of Arcadia so we can get it working again, and I'll do a few more episodes of that.
Lovely. I shot some footy while I was out in Washington. I'll try and piece that together.
Some of the socials are really good.
Did intend to do a hot dog tour, but then my tummy hurt after the first one.
We'll also have a Metal Gear Collector's Edition unboxing going up tomorrow, so keep an eye on YouTube Shorts and TikTok and all that.
Yeah, we also may have a best of Jeff Passer in the works right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coming out Trey soon. Folks, that does it for the Giant Bombcast. He's been Jeff. He's been Mike. He's been Dan. I've been Jan. And you at home are doing the damn thing. Take 2 shots of Hennessy now.
No.
That's right. I'm advocating for it. Let's do it.
No.
Pour it
We
up,
don't
baby.
advocate excessive alcohol consumption here on Giant
Cadanza. Folks, we'll see you next week for another episode of the Giant Bombcast. Until then, goodbye.
Drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. Yes, fine.
Have fun.
Okay, whatever.